Hello everyone, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Tiferet. I'm playing Arms Combat Android of House Victor. And today we are playing some Girls Frontline 2. It's been a while since we last streamed, guys. It's been one hell of a week. For those of you who don't know, a lot of transitional stuff going on here on my end, as far as like the living situation is concerned. So it's been taking up a lot of my time, not to mention that the community Minecraft server has also been taking up a lot of my time. Working on that, getting it, prepped and ready for everybody, but it's good. It's really good. I mean, there's a lot of things I need to work on, but it'll work out. So, today, with Ghost Frontline 2, it's the part 2 of Aphelion. I'm a few days back, a few days behind. So, I think it came out, when did part 2 come out? On the 10th, and now the 17th. I'm like a week behind, honestly, holy smokes. Time certainly has been flying, my goodness. But yeah, I'm glad to be here, glad to be a part of it. I had a lot of plans for shooting this weekend, but then I realized that the experimental test for the next big update for Grism Warfare will be in tomorrow. And luckily, I was accepted into the playtest. Now, unfortunately, I cannot stream it. It's an unfortunate thing that I can't stream it. But I will have recordings, because, NDA and all that stuff, I can't talk about it or anything like that. So, hopefully, when it's all said and done, I'll have, footage of that uploaded to the vlog channel. Which I need to make a link of, by the way. I totally forgot to make a link for that. It's in my about section. But I'll get to that. I will. The vlog channel's been doing well. I'm trying to do at least a daily upload. I am kind of backed up on my uploads there. I do have everything though, so I do have everything saved. So we will get into that. But yes, early day today, because today I want to get as far as I can to Aphelion here. They usually have the second half of a major story chapter. This game tends to be pretty long. I don't even know if I'll be able to do it all today, but we'll try. Because this afternoon, well, not this afternoon, later this evening we'll be playing Helldivers. It's Kaylee and Sneku. Apparently the Predator Strait has returned, so we'll be playing that. I haven't played Helldivers in a long time. Unfortunately, I think my Girls Frontline mods are not working ever since the game got updated and stuff like that, so that's unfortunate. I may have to try to figure out a workaround to try to get it to work again. So, we'll see. But anyways, let's go start with our polls for our resident Sleepo Peepo D11. Her name is Michi, right? But then when in the game, when you listen, they talk to her, they refer to her as Misty. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I'll pronounce it the way they pronounce it. So this is Misty. Michi sounds cuter though. The Misty is what they say it, so I'm gonna go with that. So let's go ahead and pull for her. Maybe we'll get lucky and grab her for the first off the beat. Let's see what her gun looks like. Oh shit. Wait, not something as hers. I like how they kind of try to modernize the G11's design. Daydream. That's very apt. What does it do? After performing basic attack, corrosion damage is increased by 50%. All current damage dealt by allied units increased by 10%. Oh wow. This is a very good support gun. Wow, for corrosion teams. And she also has a grid affinity, not affinity, what's the order? So she works really well with 416. But anyways, let's go and pull for it and see what we get. Machine Russian means dreams. Maybe that's the reason. That makes sense, she sleeps a lot. Alright, so you don't want to get her. No. First roll to go. I've noticed that when you do rolls, for the beginning, it's going down the hanger. If it flashes yellow on the edges, that usually means that you'll get a epic doll or SSR doll. Epic doll, what am I talking about? Not a single one, okay. That didn't work. Let's go. Nope, that's common. But sometimes they trick you. No go. Oh, Mitara. Alright, let's use our collapse pieces. No go. I've noticed that. We're starting to get like more SSR dolls and regular dolls. You know? Shakri! Okay. There's, you know what I noticed? This can be a lot of idol dolls. There's a Shakri, there's Vepli, and then there's another one coming too. Another shotgun doll that's gonna be a she's gonna be an idol as well. So there's gonna be multiple idol dolls. It's expensive. Oh man, let's see. So is it called Mechi in Russian, or is it pronounced Mechi in Russian, or is it Misty? Because I wonder. It means dreams. That's a cool name. It's very appropriate. I like that. We're not getting anything good, guys. Not getting anything good. Hello, Infix Mingo. Alva, hello. Vero, hello. Hope your day's going well. Yeah, but early day today. I meant to talk to you earlier, but I wanted. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Alright, let's see. If it can be Mosin. Mosin, I got, like, she traumatized me in this. Like, my first several, like, SSR pulls were just her. So every time I see, like, an SSR pull potential, I think it's gonna be Mosin. Huh? Oh, I don't have her yet. Oh, you know what? This is actually very good. Karikia. She is also a corrosion unit. Damn, girl. She's a corrosion unit, so she'll work well with 416 and G11. Nice. Yeah, we got the cat, guys. You have the cat. You know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Awesome. This is already a good day already. A good thing. Alright, so because now my corrosion team is pretty much complete because you can slot in Suomi, even though Suomi's nice. You can put her in anywhere, she's just way too good. So now I have a corrosion team. We have Pripyat. We have we'll get T11. And then 416, and then there you go. Like, damn, man, what's up with this luck? This unluck. She can use her boots as a tripod. Yeah, probably. It's pretty bountiful. I think she's like really tall. I think she might be the tallest one too. Have you one that was wearing the game? Oh, better than I got. I think mine is already V6. I kind of missed her with the long hair though. But she's cute. She's so cute. She gives me like Bao energy. The way her design is. But I do miss her long hair. She had like some super long hair originally. She looks more youthful. Her original design made her look kind of like sleepy-ish. Now she has more energy. Alright, here we go. Well, now we're running out of collapse pieces. how much wood we need? That's just 10 times. Wait, because we got the cat, does that mean we don't... Oh no. We don't have like a guaranteed pool, huh? Oh no, I may not get her today, guys. But it's okay, we have 0 7 days. I don't know if we'll get her. No, nothing. No go, no go. Dang, we may not get her today. Though we got the cat, so you know, I'm okay with that. Ooh, 48. We don't have enough. I only have... Okay, so we're not getting her today. Yeah, give me 3 days to grind and then we'll have enough to pull for her again. But anyways, let's start with Aphelion. Damn, that's a bust. That's a bust. Okay, anyways. So let's see. Resonant response. The power of the voice continued to amplify as it transmitted on and on. Okay. After a night of rest and preparation, High 404 and the survey corps set off from the camp and head deeper into the contamination zone. The two parties traveled across the rugged terrain of the wilderness in separate vehicles. With their motorbike secured to the external trailer, Kukai drives her other 3 teammates in a jeep.
こちら、ハイド404。定時連絡よ。応答。
This is Hide 404, making a routine check-in. Come in if you copy. Pressing the comms button near the dashboard, Kukai connects to the encrypted comms channel. The voice of the communications officer speaks matter-of-factly through the speakers.
こちら、ロクタット主義合衆国連盟所属第7環境
This
調
is
査
the
隊
3762nd Platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. Received. Go ahead. God, that's a long ass. Such a long ass. Can you might have to say that all like all the
環境
time?
情報を見るに、こちらが先に目標集落へ到着しそう
According to
ね。
the environmental data, we will be the
到着後は
first to
計
reach
画
the
通
target
り、
settlement.
当該集落
Once we're
を
there,
中
we
心
will
とした
follow the
汚
survey
染エリア
plan
の探索を行
agreed
う
upon
わ。
this morning and start exploring the surrounding area with the settlement as center.
天候の影響により、行軍速度は
Due to
20%
the
ほど
current
減少する見
environmental
込みよ。
factors, our travel speed is expected to be reduced by 20%.
了解。それと、ディ
Okay.
ミトリー総長が
Copy that. First Sergeant Dimitri also said. On the other end of the channel, the communications officer pauses for a moment, as if pondering something.
突発事態に備えるため、最低1名は
First Sergeant Dimitri specifically instructed that you must keep at least one member connected to the regional comms channel to respond immediately to emergency commands.
いいわ。調整しておく。
Roger, we'll tell. I haven't heard anyone use a Volcon in a long time. When the exchange is over, Cluehead disconnects from the encrypted channel and gestures to you and Doors to take over.
ディミトリーのやつ、どうせまた悪口だったんでしょ。
Dimitri was running his potty mouth again. Balka's so obsessed with
連
460.
絡員が通訳に困るなんてどんだけ。
What the heck did he's even saying? Even the command comms officer had to take 2 seconds to translate it into more diplomatic language.
大方、
Kalia! Hello, Kalia. How are you?
時間の無駄。
If one sees
クソ
visit
ったれ
Kalia sometimes, he is
と
very,
かだ
very
ろう
cool.
ね。
Also, good friend of mine. Okay, and she's beautiful. You'll have a good time with her dressed. Let me give her a shout real quick. And Nira, what's going on? How are you doing today? It's Car. How is life? Hope you guys are doing alright. Do well, make an army in the bunker. Okay, awesome. Most probably as usual gripes about us being rickety tin cans and a freaking waste of time. I love Misty, she's so good. G11 is adorable.
ガラッとだと思ってるなら、いちいち仕事を押し付けないでほ
If
しい
he
よ。
knows I'm a rickety tin can, then why is he being such a slave to her? I've noticed something in this game. Usually the dolls that have long hair, like really long hair from the original, have now have like short hair, like most of them. Maybe it's due to like not having to worry about modeling, you know, the character models like in game. Probably. Misty yawns and sprawls out across the back seat, laying her head on Doris's lap, and Doris enables her so much.
Hi, honey.
And Doris pulls the blanket over her in a thoughtful and tender gesture. Misty curls up, comfortably and buries her head inside the blanket. Annex, hello. Welcome, welcome. She hates the fact that Doris is always, you know, being too nice to G11. She's trying so hard to discipline G11 to make her, like, more professional, I guess. But she's been doing that for years. She should know by now. It's never gonna work.
ディミトリー総長は口は悪いけど
Her
いい
studied
人だと
Dimitri's a
思う
little
な。
fellow mouth. I don't think he's a bad person. He's not. He just doesn't like dolls. And there's a reason for that too.
今朝も集落の子供に高い高
I
いし
even
て
saw
あげ
him
てた
giving
し
some children uppies at the settlement this morning. They actually use the term uppies in this game? Oh my goodness. That's kind of cute. Uppies.
それでもお姉ちゃんを罵ったのは変わんないもん。
It doesn't change the fact that he scolded Big Sis Kukai. He said I'm named.
アンドリスは人が良すぎ。
And he'd think too kindly of people indoors.
そうかな。
You think so?
あ、隊長、チャンネルに接続できたよ。
Connection established. We have comms.
そう。こっちのマイクはミュートで通信
Plug
を
it
車内
into the
スピーカーに
speakers
つなげ
of
てお
the
いて。
G. Remember to turn off microphone on our end.
はいはい。
Why? We are the successors of great Peter the Great, defending the comrade's hammer and sickle. We are the defenders of victory, guarding the red stars of the motherland. Thank you for the comment. I'm proud that reflect. Thank you, thank you. The moment the channel is plugged in, loud singing and some strange regional accents start blaring from the speakers. Miss P, originally wrapped inside her blanket, jolts awake and pokes her head out like a groundhog.
音量下げて。
Turning the volume down. Her eyes twitching, like it's not really twitching, but you can see in the art. I don't know if you can see it, but there is like a man. Her eyes are so tense right now. She's so irritated.
びっくりしたな。息袋のう
Well,
なり
hard to
声
say
の
which
方
sounds
がま
nicer.
だマシだ
This or
よ。
the howls villain.
なんか歌詞が全員違くない？
Is it me or are they
そ
getting
れ
their
どころ
lyrics
か
all
全然
mixed up?
歌えてないやつもいる
Also,
し。
some of them clearly don't know how the song or just humming along tunelessly.
これはメロディーを比べてみたけど
I just ran a search on the
多
main
分
melody.
第三次
This
大戦
appears
に
to be a song that's
新
very
ソ連で
popular
流
among
行っ
the
た
new
曲だ
Soviet
ね。
troops during World War III.
敵を倒す
The
とか
lyrics are basically called
祖
arms
国
and
と国
curse
民を守ると
the
か
soldiers to rise against the
兵
enemy
士を鼓
to
舞する
defend
歌
the
詞が
country
多い
and
の。
people. In World War III.
新ソ連も含めていろんな国がロ連に編
However,
入され
after
た
the
影
Neo
響で
Soviet Union announced its
軍歌の
entry
共
into
通
the
言語のも
URNC,
のに変わって
as more soldiers from
あ
other
んまり
countries
歌わ
were
れなくなっ
integrated
ちゃっ
into
た
the
けど
military forces. Most mainstream military songs were replaced with ones in a more common language and had more well-known tunes. And this particular song is really ever sung nowadays. She's like Google. The cool thing I like about Doris is that she's has like the largest capacity for
ア
like
ンド
data
リスっ
processing
て
and stuff.
そんなデータも持ってるの？
For among this team, anyways. This is mentioned in your local database.
今回は新ソ連
Since
内の
operating
活動だ
within
から
Neo Soviet
関係
territory
あり
this
そうな
time,
情報は
I thought
一
I'd
通
do
り
some
保存してあ
research
る
on the
ん
area.
だ
I have the storage space for it. She has a lot of foresight. She's very well prepared. I think, even 416 said that she is the most worthy, I guess, to be part of the team, even though she's like the newest
確か
percent.
に勇ましい曲だけどこいつらが歌うと台無し
I know it's supposed to be a staring song, but they make it sound so comical.
ああもううるさい聴覚モジュール切っちゃい
It's so
たいよ
grating to the ear, I actually wanted to disable my auditory module. Equally perturbed, Kukret turns on the microphone with a scowl.
こちらハイド404直ちに騒音行為を中止し警戒態勢を維持しな
Cease
さい
your noisy
こ
antics
こ
and
が
move
イエロ
against
ーエ
stay
リアであるこ
vigilant.
とを忘れたの
This is the yellow zone. There can be danger at any moment. So bad. You know what? They did that. The only reason why they did that is to bait her. I think they did that to bait her. So, and she took the bait. So Dimitri is probably very pleased. The boisterous soldiers quiet down for a moment, but they soon return to their rauncous ways.
そーんとはなんだこりゃ軍歌だぞ
Hey, this is a military song. How can you call it noise?
この歌を聴くと力が湧いて団結力
These
が
songs
高まるんだ
motivate and unite us.
お前たちは
Did
何
you
も
feel
感じない
anything
の
at
か
all when you listen to the music?
ええ全く
No. No. She said that's annoying. She said no, but she also added that's annoying or that's troublesome.
あんたたちの合唱音程もリズムも歌詞も点で
Also,
バ
your
ラバラ
chorus
じゃない
like singing in
こ
tone,
れで
rhythm,
団
and
結
lyrics.
力が高まる
I
なん
don't
て
see how this
到底
promotes
思
any
えない
sense
わ
of
ね
unity. So
お
grumpy all
い
the time.
おい俺たちは歌手じゃない
She's not professional vocalist.
ガラクタどもは黙ってろ
Pish. What does this review bucket of bolts know? I mean, what 16 doesn't understand that it's not about making the song sound good. It's about being part of it, you know? That's the thing. She doesn't understand that. Hey, Dimitri's cursing and interrupts Levin's reply.
何を歌おうが俺たちの勝手だお前
Sing
に
whatever
何
the
の
hell
関
you
係がある
want. How is that any of your business?
お前ら鉄くずの常識を人間
Just
様
so
に
you
当て
know,
はめんな
we're not machines, so don't go judging us by your stupid mechanical standards.
これが大勢で歌う醍醐味ってや
Singing
つ
is about
だバカ
feelings.
正直に音程を合わせりゃい
What's
い
the
って
point
もん
in
じゃねえん
keeping
だ
in
よ
tune like you electronic speakers? Jeez, you didn't add that part, but the first part, he's right about that.
あんたね
黒貝隊長
She's so mad. He's like, that's not what and we're saying, it's not worth it. And Doris mutters softly to stop Kukai from losing her temper. She's like the balance keeper. And Doris,
ええ
you're right.
そうね確かに歌うのはそっちの勝手よ
You can
だ
sing
けど
whatever
せめ
you
て
want, but
マイ
please
ク
turn
を
off
ミュ
your
ートにしても
microphone
らえ
and
る
keep channel quiet
情
because
報
any
漏
point
洩につな
transmissions
がる
get
可能
lost.
性だってあるわ
なんかありゃ俺がやめさせるさお
I
前
will
は
naturally
突っ込
tell
ん
him
で
to pipe down when order comes through. He had no business telling switch to.
それならこっちはチャンネルから出るわ
Then we'll exit
何
the
かあったらま
current
たつ
channel
な
and
げる
then
から
come in again when the need arises.
なんだもう忘れちまったのか
I just
最
had
低
someone
一
relay
人
my
はつなげ
instructions
たままに
tonight.
しろと言ったは
One of
ず
you
だぞ
must remain online at all times.
これは命令だ
That's
意
an
味は
order.
わかるな
Do I need to repeat myself? I think a part of him like just enjoys getting under her skin. I mean, not just he hates machines, but I think a part of him actually enjoys this. Hey,
分かったわ
she hates being pulled along because no one did 4 is so independent. Unless it's like from the commander, they really don't like to. Or Kalina, they really don't like to listen to others. Well, if they're not getting paid anyways. Dimitri does not bother to hide his smugness as he laughs. Yes, he's
何
enjoying it.
ぼーっとしてやがる歌え歌え
to sit there? Where are we? Keep saying.
ちゃんと歌わなかったやつは車から降ろすから
Stop acting like you're being starved or I'll make you get off the jeep and walk the whole way. The Tim singing resumes. Kuka turns off the speakers on board with a noise.
美容家ヘッドホンで奴らのチャンネルの通信を監視して
Bioka. Put on your headset. You're in charge of monitoring the comms channel. Poor Bioka. Aw, poor thing.
やだよお姉ちゃんとお話ししてた
I
よ
want
ね
to chat with you. She like is trying to keep her at a distance the whole time. He's very clingy.
第一に今は任務中よ無駄
First
話
of all,
は
we're
しない
currently on a mission, so I have no time for idle chit chat.
第二にアンドレスは情報収集があ
Secondly,
るし
Andoris has
Misty
together real-time intel. As for Misty,
あいつなんかに任せたら
if
あ
we
の連
leave
中
this
が
to
全
her,
滅
we
して
won't
も気
even
づか
know
ない
if
で
the
しょう
soldiers
ね
are all dead. That's true. That's very true. She'd just fall asleep and no one's gonna know about any communications. Yeah, you can't trust that. You can't trust
は
that
い
to her.
はいはいだったら任せなきゃ
Yeah,
いいじ
better
ゃん
not leave it to me. In
なんなら
fact,
ずっと
don't
寝させてよ
bother to wake me up ever.
待ってお姉ちゃんそれってつ
Hold
ま
on.
り美容
So
家
you
が
basically
ミスティより
say
役に立
that
って
Bioka is more
ミスティよ
useful,
り大事だってこ
more
と
important than Misty, right? This idiot is. Well, at least she's trying to turn things into spin things in a positive light, so that's a good thing.
そう捉えてもらって結構
You can understand it that way. She's busy saying, I don't care, just do what I told you to do.
やった
Must be so troublesome keeping this ragtag group
美
in
容家
order.
任務を全うしてみせます
I'll complete the mission, I promise. Hey, at least she's enthusiastic now. Sitting up, Rimrod straight in the passenger seat, Bioka puts on headset soberly, as if she is monitoring information of critical importance. Oh. Having regained her peace and quiet, Misty retreats back into the comfort of her blanket. Kukai forces the gas and
アンドレス
exasperation.
周辺を警戒して何かあれ
And
ばすぐに
Doris,
報
keep
告
an eye on
を
the situation and report anything immediately.
了解
And Doris is so cool.
ドローンの映像を見る限り
She's
しば
like
らくは安
motherly,
全かな
kind of like Springfield, but she also kind of, I don't know, he has a different flavor of nurturing than Springfield does. To take from the video feed from the drone, it should be safe for now. Because Springfield is like a leader as well, as being nurturing, but she's not. She's more, a little bit more passive, in a quiet way, but she does take initiative in a quiet
Demo.
way.
隊長
Uh-oh. What's going on? And Doris is still wearing her calm smile, but she lets out a soft
グ
sigh.
リーンエリアと違ってここの
Warnings
朝
in
っ
the
て
yellow zone are so much more desolate than the green zone. Zabshi desolate. That's one way to put it. But the way that word is used, Sabishi is more like it's sad or yeah, it's saddening, you know? That's kind of more appropriate. Desolate. How would the translation go desolate? I mean desolate is appropriate for that translation as well, but Sabishi conveys a more sad meaning. Hello, Shrimp. Hello. Welcome. Kiwi's here too. Hello. Kuhei makes no answer. The jeep continues to speed across the deserted wilderness. Oh, Elliot's. Alright. Blonde, I thought I would be able to have a good nap this time. These odds are being too much. Do they need to sleep? Do they not need to sleep? You better wake up. It's time for battle. Fine, I get it. These are only until 15 now. Or let's just change up the team a little bit.
おじけついたの？
Zone 4? You know, I want to see it. Oh, deploy more units. Sure, why not? Support units. I don't even care about the support units. No, let's see what they do. Let's go out. Because it's only level 15, man.
交代するのは今のうちよ。
Ran their ass over. Ran. Damn. Wait, she can chain that shit? Oh. God damn, her AoE's nuts. Should I took out like half the map? It's this player's. There's only one more left.
ハンデは
There it is. Holy shit. After fighting off the elements encountered on the way, 404 presses on with their
隊
journey.
長、予想だとあと2時間で目標
We
の
will
集落
arrive
に
at the
到
target
着するよ。
settlement in approximately 2 hours.
情報によれば住人は約60名。
According to our current intel,
まあこ
there are
れも
about
2
60
年前の
residents
デ
at
ー
the
タだけど
settlement, though this figure was recorded 2 years ago. Damn. So they could literally be either all dead,
ここの
less than
環
that,
境
or
は
more. The environment here, they're all probably dead. 2 years ago. And Doris peers outside the window and tries to ignore the conclusion that a neural cloud has come to. Yeah, she's assumed that they're all dead. That it's over.
こんなところでずっと生きてきたなん
It's
て
very impressive that they managed to keep
本当に
living under
すごい
such
な。
harsh conditions. Oh. She knows, she's part of her like has a feeling that they're all dead. But she's trying to be a little hopeful here.
そうね。用心して。
Hey. Yeah, and we should be prepared. Plus there's elements present, so you know.
ここの環境情報は更新がひどく
The
滞
environmental
ってる。
data here is very
何が起きてもお
much
か
not
し
up
く
to
ない
date.
わ。
So you could run into
後ろでだらけ
unexpected
てるアホを
circumstances
起こ
at
し
any
なさい
time. And to wake up, that invalid tech me. Oh, that's mean, calling G11 an invalid. Goddamn.
了解。
Invalid. That is such a cool insult. I mean, you don't. That's like an old school insult. But when you call someone invalid, I don't know. That's like a sophisticatedly harsh blow. I love it. Invalid. Despite what she just said, Doris does not make this tea, and simply lets her turn to her other side and continue sleeping.
美容官、調査隊の動きは？
Any news from the survey corps? Oh no, she's taken in by the song now. She's part of it. Leaning against the window and focused on the comm channel, Bielka clearly has not heard Kuka's question. As the jeep rocks back and forth as it travels across the bumpy terrain, Bielka's lips move softly as she hums intermittently. Her bright green red hair bouncing in time with the rhythm.
美容官！
Hey, if 416 was a human, her blood pressure would be through the roof.
美容家はここだよ。お姉ちゃんどうかした？
What do you need?
どうかしたって通信の監視を任せたはず
I
だけど
told you to stay on
何してるの？
line with the survey corps. What the hell are you doing?
そんなに歌うのが好きなら管理
Should
局
I
の
send
余
you
興
to
イベントに
perform
でも
at the
参
New
加したら？
Multi-Forces Administration's concert? She doesn't like her getting engrossed with the song. Noticing Fluka's displeasure, Bioka sticks out her tongue apologetically.
だってあいつらずっと歌ってるんだもん。
It's because they keep singing
なん
the
か
song.
癖になって
I've
き
been
ちゃっ
listening
て
to it for so long. It's kind of a new word. They're out now. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good day today.
あんたたち少しは真面目にやりなさい。二
Stay
度も言わ
focused
せ
on
ない
the
で。
job. Don't make me tell you again. God damn, she's mad.
わかりました。
She's so mad.
はいは
I would hate to work for her. If some view on the outside, it's amusing. But imagine having to work for 416, holy shit. Sure thing. Yeah. Steeple Weeble. I know this area is the furthest thing that is. It's important that she can sleep. I think that's why I think Ardois knows that too. Golden Ripper, what's going on? Hello, welcome. Triple and the music, I love the music, man. The music in this game is so good. I need to get this track. Some blood is congealed, but some blood is still boiling. Triple point. Cuts to get song. Oh, what's going on here? With a loud rumble, the makeshift fortress temporarily converted from an old building shakes violently. Exposed and bent steel structure lets out a screech. The smoke and dust cause the soldiers laying on the ground to cough uncontrollably. The young soldier fired wildly through the hole in the wall, quickly falls back and wipes the soot off his face, revealing his features. Young Dimitri gasped for breath. Oh, this is a flashback. Oh wow! He was handsome back then! Hey, pull yourself together. Our reinforcements will be here in a bit. Wow! The Dima, we're almost out of ammo. One more push from the enemy will probably... Before the soldier can finish, more gunshots explosion resound around the fortress. They immediately drop to the ground. I wonder if this is World War III. Don't give me any of that. Remember what a squad leader said? Pessimism is the worst thing on the battlefield because it only serves to make us die faster. Jeez. The squad leader himself is already... he's gone. He's gone. The soldier glanced at the corner of secured in shadow. A burly man is stuck there, with dark crimson fluid dripping from his pierced forehead. He's gone. I'll be right back, guys. My cat just caused a little bit of trouble. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I have a triple mega cat and she is kind of annoying sometimes. So it has started to congeal, but half his body is already soaked. His eyes are half open, but utterly devoid of life. He died in the assault when dawn was near, probably trying to determine if there were reinforcements in the distance through his binoculars. And just as the sky was tinted white, the one who was searching for into a brand new day.
ジミーオイラおふくろに会いてえよ
Jamie, I miss my
入
mother.
隊を反対されてたんだ
She has always
今
tried
日は
to
初
talk
陣なんだ
me out
これで
of the
帰れ
mistake.
ると思ってたのに
This is the first time I got sent to the battlefield, and I thought I would go home and triumph. But just before I set off, he told me our cow got stolen a few days ago. That was the very last cow we had. I was a farm boy. Perhaps due to fear, the young soldier's speech becomes increasingly incoherent, and his gun hand is shaking violently. The weapon that is supposed to bring courage is now nothing more than a lifeless piece of scrap metal. Yes, I wonder how many people they have. Dimitri looks at him relentlessly, then turns his attention to the other surviving soldiers. But most of them simply stare back at him with despair in their eyes. Completely demoralized. You need to shut that guy up, because the more he starts rambling and stuff like that, it's gonna become more infectious. People are gonna, start to do the same. Incessant gunfire from beyond the fortress is generating thick, choking smoke. We have been defending this position for a week, but there is no sign of reinforcements. The soldiers no longer harbor any hope of survival. Damn, been defending for weeks and no reinforcements?
ならボーナスもらって新しい牛を買わないとね。
What's this? Then you should ask her to buy a new cow with your bonus.
ニコライ
Not fearing what's better than the others, the soldier named Nikolai seizes an opening. An enemy's fire dies behind a heavy machine gun mounted by the wall. He promptly pulls out an ammo belt from a nearby box.
外の銃声が聞こえた
You hear the gunshots out there? After securing a few loose bullets from on the belt, he feeds it into the machine gun and affirms the weapon is in order. Nobody answers him. He's so calm. Explosions erupt continuously in the distance. Bomber planes whiz past them overhead, and the air raid siren is deafening loud. The intensity of the gunfire pales in comparison to the cacophony all around. Was that their reinforcements, though?
あれは戦友たち新
That's
ソ
the
連
set of
進
our
撃の
comrades.
闘
Oh
士
yeah, they're being saved.
新ソ連はこんなところで終わりはし
The
ない
Neo-Soviet Union will not fall to here, nor will I. Alright, he's showing leadership material. There, kids,
僕た
good.
ちの後ろにあるのは新ソ連の
Our
大地だ
motherland lies behind us.
あれがある
As long as she stands, I will not
僕
yield.
は引き下がらない
Now, there we go. There we go. He says it so calmly, though, too. Nikolai speaks softly, but the resolution in his voice pierces to the miasma of hopelessness in the fortress. During the reload break, Nikolai slings the rifle on his shoulder and tosses it over to Dimitri.
なんだこりゃ銃ならあるぞ
What's this? I've got a gun.
親父からもらったやつだよ
This
軍
rifle
の
is
支
from
給
my
品
old
なん
man.
かよりずっと
It
いい
has much better specs than your standard issue guns. Use it.
へえいいもん持ってんじゃねえ
Good
か
man.
やる
Your
な
father must have
お前
been
の
quite
親
something
父さん
to be able to get his hands on this beard.
あ
His father's probably dead
無
too.
駄話は後だ敵がまた仕掛けてくる
We've got no time to talk. The next wave of attacks is about to begin. Dimitri waves the rifle in his hands, then he shakes the nerves off himself and turns to his other comrade.
みんな聞け
Listen up.
隊長が言っていた増援が来
The
るま
squad
で持
leader
ちこた
said
えれ
in
ば
first
俺た
force
ち
is
の
on the
勝
way.
ちだ
If we make it through, the future will be ours.
銃を構えろ敵を
So
そこに
hold on
近づ
tight
け
to
て
your
るんだ
guns. We can stand our ground as long as we don't let them storm in here. Under Dmitry Nikolai's leadership, the young soldiers once again mustered their resolve and start preparing for another round of defense and counterattack. Alright, good. They're pulling back. They're pulling back.
いいぞ
Now they're the strength here. That's more like
ド
it.
ッグタグを墓標にすんじゃねえぞ
Our dog tags are to be proudly displayed upon us next to his war medal, not buried in some pitiful mass grave. What? Who are they fighting, though? The impassioned cries in his memory blend into the alarm sounding in the present. DVT hurriedly stuffs the dog tag back into his pocket. The dog tag. more defense than Nikolai's dog tag.
総長生き袋の群れですすでに
Started
404
Dimitri,
と交戦
Ellen
中
Ford spot. 4 force engage them.
すが次から次へと
Yeah.
キリがね
Should they come again? Daddy looks so rugged now. Look at his face. There's no need to. There's no end to these bastards. Compared to how he was in the past, jeez. He
え遠距離しね
aged
池
hardcore.
袋どもを本体に近づかせるな
Give them longer support. Don't let the outs get close to the main force.
はっ
Damn, he looks so. Fair. Time is not kind to him. Starting assist mode. Stir ropes. That's a cool machine. Hey, over here. Look, something feels off about them. Received. You know, technically, now something new comments up. Technically, these are considered dolls as well. The more mechanical ones. Something's off about them. That's a no need support units. That's a foreshadowing of something. Oh, get it, girl. That is so crazy. Seen you do it again. No. Oh. Okay, let's go up in the city. Wow. What? Half the map gone. Go, Lotta.
かない
Yay!
昔みたいに私に感謝するといい
Wawa's not getting a chance to fight. She doesn't. Her. Was this scene trolls everything before that happens? Well, story time. Cognitive dissonance, even though we are different. Hide 4 floorboards at the target settlement. The old and dilapidated walls are eroded from years of exposure to wind and sand. The smell of decay permeates the small seaside settlement. And Doris is right. They're all
多
gone.
分引っ越したんだと思う
Maybe it is since they moved away. Ah, she's sad. Oh, poor thing. Maybe they moved away. That hits me. That hits me, man. I think part of her knows that they didn't make it out. But I really like how she is trying to be hopeful here, despite it all. Maybe they simply moved away.
調査隊に確認した集落は奴らの担当よ
I just double checked with the
私たちは
record.
周辺
They will
半径
investigate the
500 メート
settlement
ルの調
itself
査に
while
向
we're
かう
in charge of looking at the surrounding area within a radius of 500 meters.
効率を上げるために二手に分かれるわよ私と
For efficiency's sake, let's split into 2 groups and fan out in opposite directions. I will
リ
pair
オ
up
ー
with
コが一緒なんだよね
me, of course. No, she's gonna pair up with Misty. Without waiting for Kuka to finish, Byoka quickly slithers over to her side. Goddamn. I guess maybe she's gonna resign herself this time and just take her
今
along.
回はいいけど次からはちゃんと命令を聞きなさい
Fine, but don't do this again. You must obey my orders. Don't do this
来る
again.
かいお姉ち
Wow, she just took.
ゃんよかったアンドリストなら
Since I'm the Endorus, I can. See, this is a thing. Even though 416 doesn't like G11 Sigma all the time, at least she actively tries to keep her in line as much as possible. You know, and Doris probably won't do that. So that means Doris will be doing most of the heavy lifting, and if things get really bad, you really don't know if it's up in the air of whether or not G11 can actually help her if she's not awake, you know? For the most part, if she is awake, she is actually very, very good at fighting. She can actually fight on equal terms in 416. I mean, it goes to show that she is actually very keen, but she doesn't have a lot of energy. She'll just run out. One second. didn't was outside, so I just had to close the window.
サボったら殺す。
Hey, no sucking off. Okay, what you really said. What you really said is that it was a death. She said it's a death threat. If you like a sample of time. Yeah, for slacking off, she's gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill you. That's what she said. No slacking off. I wonder why they keep some of the translations out. It's really interesting when you like. When you start learning a language, you can pick out the mistranslations and things like that. So I'm like, oh, that's not translated correctly or appropriately, or it's like, wow, then they left some things out. So it's really cool. That's maybe encouraged people to learn languages.
アンドリス、ちゃんと見張ってなさいよ。
And
じゃなきゃ二人とも特
make
訓
sure she
追加だ
stays
か
on
ら。
the job, or you can join her on extra drills when we get back.
はーい。
Sure thing. If Weather and Doris, when it comes to Misty, you know G11, Weather and Doris will actually listen. It's like a 50-50.
私と美容家は東。あんたたちは
Miyok
西
and。I are
何かあれば
head
す
east,
ぐ
you
に
two
連絡
head
して。
west. Get in touch if there's any problem.
出発するわ。
No, let's go. Sure, but... The Kai and Miyoko began their search near the settlement.
お姉ちゃん、大発見しちゃった。
I found something.
こっちこっち、早く早く。
Come and have a look. Kokai frowns as she peers over at Byoka, who is bouncing up and down and waving at her. But she still circles around the boulder and heads towards her.
今は宝探しなんかしてる場合じゃないのよ。
We're on a mission here. Stop behaving like a rabbit on Easter egg hunt. I'll say, Balfour, it's doing good today. I'm glad to be streamed today. My little cat has been annoying. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's doing scratches and things like that. I love her, but she's a annoying little girl.
だって重要な手がかりかもしれないんだもん。お姉ちゃんに知ら
I
せた
found
って
an important clue that I couldn't wait to show you.
そうだといいけど。
It better be important.
もし池袋にかじられたバッグとかバーチャル
You
アイド
show
ル
me
の
another
抱き枕
backpack,
とか
half true
賞
but
金ハ
elements,
ンターが埋めた
body
地雷と
pillow
か
of
だった
some
ら
virtual idol.
どうなるか分かってるのよね。
Or a dead landmine buried by some bounty hunter. You know what kind of punishment awaits you.
本当に違うから。ほら、見て。
It really isn't any of that. Just take a
あ
look.
そこにほら、怪しげ
There's
な。
some really suspicious looking. What should I call that?
なんていうか。
Installation art. Installation art.
アートオブジェ的な。
What? I like your voice though, it's really you. Miyoka leads Kokai over to where several strange rocks piles lie exposed on the ground. The dark blocks are scattered all over. Their unnatural edges and jutting corners give them an ominous air.
外部から破壊された痕跡がある。
The mace structure
本
shows
来は
signs
こ
of
うじゃなか
external
ったんだわ。
damage. This isn't what they originally looked like.
そうそう。それでね、気づいたこ
Yeah,
とがあ
right,
るんだ。
but I've found even more important clues.
ほら、ここ。
So much energy, holy crap. She's like the tracer of the bunch. Her whole thing is speed. That's her thing. Byoka walks through the scattered rocks and stops by another pile.
お姉ちゃん見て。この辺の石、半分くらい土に埋まっ
These
てる。
ones are half buried
ま
in
る
the
で
ground,
何か
like
の
some
台
kind
座
of
みたいじ
foundation.
ゃない？
確かに
Man-made?
この密集具合は人為的なものね。
Indeed, this
イ
timber
エロ
rock
ー
is
エリ
quite
アじゃ
common in
珍
the
しくもな
ozone.
い石だけど
But due to the
高度が
hardness and
高い割
brittleness,
に割れやすいか
it's
ら
rarely ever
材
used
料
as
には
built
不向きの
materials.
はず。
Since they're appearing in such high
こ
density
の
here,
密度からし
these
て
rocks were very possibly
誰かに
gathered
積
here
み上げられた
deliberately.
ものでしょうね。
They call it yellow areas. Let's translate to yellow zones.
ガラデウスの仕業かな。
It's the
そ
same.
れともここの住民が
Could it be
何か
Parajuice?
特殊な使い方を
Or
し
do
て
the
たのか
residents here find some special use for these rocks and left them behind? Wouldn't be surprised if Parajuice was doing some shenanigans out here. hard to see at the moment.
写真を撮ってリバに送ってちょうだい。
In any
彼
case,
女に調べ
take
させ
some
るわ。
photos and send them over to Liva. Ask her to look into them.
わかった。それと
Well, I want to see what they
来
look
る
like.
かいお姉ちゃ
She's so clingy. Better to be clingy than like really, like not enthusiastic at all, you know? Team Viokas, please shower me with praise face. Kukas sighs in defeat.
まあ、目の付けどころは悪くないわね。
She wanted praise? Your discovery was not entirely useless this time.
ん。褒められちゃった。
Oh man.
調子に乗るな。
Easy to please, I
写
guess.
真送ったら調査を続けなさい。
Now wipe that dumb grin off your face. Get on with the search if you're done sending the photos.
1分。あ、いや、
Can you
30
moan?
秒もあれば
No?
OK。
I have it done in 30 seconds. Kunkai and Dioka continued with their investigation along their planned route, but they find nothing else noteworthy.
お姉ちゃん、この辺もう何もなさそうだ
It doesn't
し、そろ
seem
そ
to be
ろ
much
戻
else
ろう
here.
よ。
Why don't we head back?
お、
Oh,
調
the
査
survey
隊か
court
ら
just
連
sent
絡
the
だ。
news. They've arrived at the settlement
集
and
落
started
に
to
到
survey
着
there.
して調査を開始したって。
I have a feeling the settlement's gonna be like the last stand. This is where they're gonna fight Blue Sphere.
そう。404は間もなく任務完了。集落にて合流後、
Tell
次
them
の行動
4-4
に
is
つ
about
い
to
て
wrap
確
up
認
on
願
our
う。
end.
そう
We'll
返しておい
rendezvous
て。
with them at the settlement and decide our next steps.
ガッテン。
Hey, got Dane. Oh,
あ
that's cute.
れ、お姉ちゃん、あの岩の上にいる白いの
Look at that white smudge
ミ
of
ス
rock
テ
over
ィじゃ
there.
ない？
It seems to be.
もうここまで調べたの？
Has the search already taken them here? That white smudge on the rock.
あいつ、ほんとどこ
That
でも寝
dumbass
れる
can
わ
sleep
ね。
anywhere. She should know this. She should know this better than anyone. Miyoko grins widely to watch the Klukai march angrily ahead. You know what this reminds me? I don't know if you know this, but SVD and I wonder if the closer where SVD is at. She wanted to call herself the Watcher now, her new name, but I felt like she was with another doll from Griffin, and they were separated, and they were trying to get to a human settlement, but they didn't have enough energy because they were lost out in the zone somewhere. They didn't have enough energy to make it there, so SVD posted up on a tower and gave her power cell to her companion and told her to go ahead. You know, because without her power, she wouldn't make it. So I wonder if eventually we can rescue this 3D, like recover her body and power up again. That'd be really nice. Yeah, that'd be really nice. If it sucks, leaving a doll out there, just yeah, man, it sucks. There's probably so many lost dolls out in the wild. I mean, Gorilla herself was lost in the wild.
今回ばかりは
And
アンドリスに
even
がついたって
Deshevnier was
無駄
lost
な
out
ん
in
だ
the
か
wild
ら。
too. Found by Suomi. Oh boy, Misty, you've pissed this Kukai off big time. Not even Andor's can save you now.
あとはこの卓越した能力で
They
お
not
姉
just
ちゃん
have
の
to
心
put
をわ
Dixis'
しづかみ
heart
にしちゃえば
and my outstanding performance. Dude, what's wrong with this girl? What's wrong with her? As Kukai approaches the large rock, she realizes that Misty isn't exactly dozing on, as she initially thought. In fact, Misty is perched on top of it to study a jeep covered in sand. That's behind the rock. And Doris is also peering inside the vehicle through the window. Oh, she's not asleep. Okay.
うーん
Oh, she wants to
ア
sleep.
ンドリス上からもよく見え
I
ない
can't
よ
really see anything from above either, Doris. She looks so tired. Oh man, her eyes. Maybe Doris was keeping her awake this whole
隊
time.
長に連絡するしかないね。降りてきてい
Didn't have
い
to
よ。
contact. Yeah, her leader. You better get back down first, but
あんたたち、何してるの？
she's already there. What are you doing? Sounded like Luca's voice. Misty, who was climbing off the rock, loses her footing and slides right off, landing on her backside.
いきなり話しかけないでよ。
Holy crap!
びっくりした。
Don't just pop out of nowhere.
今時ホラーゲームでもジャンプスケアなんて流行らないよ。
Jump scares are the most cliche of cliches. Even horror games these days don't resort to such cheap tricks. Some though.
口答えは結構。そこで何をコソコソしてるの？
What are you two doing hovering around this jeep?
遺棄された車両を見つけたから気
We
になって調
discovered
べ
an
てた
abandoned
の。
vehicle here.
砂の厚みからして
Judging for the
こ
amount
こ
of
に止めて
accumulated
半
sand, it's
月
been
以
here
上
for
も
at
経っ
least
てる
half
み
a
たい
month.
それと車にこんなものが。
Also, we found this on the vehicle. Kukai circles over Endor's side and spots a familiar logo wiped down. Oh, familiar logo on the wiped down front door. The jeep is covered in bullet holes and scratches.
これは浄化事業調査
Is
隊
this
の
the
マー
logo
ク。
of the URNC Purification Project Survey Corps? Oh, they're not the first ones here.
うん。ドアを開けよう
Yes,
と
we
したん
tried to
だけ
open
ど
the doors, but they're
衝
jammed.
撃と爆発で
Probably
変
because
形
of
し
the
ちゃってる。
impact we has sustained.
ディミトリーさんたちの任務に関係あるといけないから壊すのはやめたの。それで
Considering the fact that this may be
窓から
relevant to
中の
Sergeant
様子が
Timiki's
見えな
mission,
いかなと思っ
we
て。
decided against breaking the doors by force and tried to look inside the windows. Well, this might be related to Dimitri's
窓
past,
にはフィルムが貼られてて
but the windows are covered in one-way film, so we can't tell what's in there.
そう、分かったわ。
Okay, well, maybe get him over there, or get authorization to open it.
ぼーっとしてないで調査隊に人をよこすよう
Yuka,
連絡
don't
しな
just
さい。
stand there. Contact the Surrey Corps and get them to send someone over.
あ、うん。
She distracted? Disappointed by the way things have turned out, Byoka contacts the Survey Corps and informs them of 4-4's discovery.
座標を送ったよ。すぐに来る
I've
って。
sent the coordinates. They said they'll be here shortly. Well, she just wants to have 416 all to herself. Wish you wanted her to punish
ミスティ、ドアをこじ開けて。アンドリスは動画で記録。
Force the door
After the
open and
moment,
Doris will
the window
record the whole process just so everything's clear.
また力仕事を。
Making me do hard physical work again? I mean, they're all strong. The spark complaints, but she still walks up to the vehicle door and takes aim at the lock. Oh,
バール。車に置いてきちゃっ
and you left the crow while back in our
た。
team.
直接
Can
撃っ
I
て
just
も
shoot
いい？
this? No, this try. Not that she pulls this
Yeah.
rip the right off.
二人は下がって。怪我する
Okay,
から。
I guess they can shoot it anyways. Okay. Permission
じゃあ
granted.
撃つよ。
I'm gonna shoot. Okay, anything else? When it bursts of gunfire, the lock is penetrated by the bullet.
終わり。後のことは知らないと。
The rest is all up to you then. Wake me up when it's time to leave.
出発するときに起こして。
Shoot buttons. Her head points, pulls the door open, and something dark immediately tumbles out. It's a body, isn't it? It's the corpse of a man. The hands are clutching a gun tightly. His army uniform is covered in a large patch of dark brown, especially around the abdominal area, like a shot. Blood out.
調査隊の制服だ。
The uniform of the Survey Corps.
あ、中にもう二人いる。
There are two others in the jeep.
傷口のコーラプスクリスタルの
Judging
凝
from the
縮具合からして
crystallizations on their wounds,
死後
the
半
time of
月以
death
上
must
が
have
経
been
っ
more
て
than
る
2
ね。
weeks ago. That wasn't really that long ago. They've been out here for a while too. But why are they here? That's the thing. Maybe they were killed by Magnique, PMC. I mean, there's bullet holes. And they were assaulted by humans. Plus Elids, of course. And Doris tries her best to steal her neural cloud as she takes in the pockmarked vehicle and stands in the interior. She's never seen such a grisly sight in the Green Zone. But then the oath of me, is that in translation?
血痕を見るに 何者かに襲われて
The bloodstains suggest they
ここ
died
に
in
隠
from
れてい
severe
る
blood
間に
loss
失
after being
血死
injured
したん
and
だ
taking
と思う。
refuge.
手に銃を握ったまま
He's still gripping his
最後
weapon,
ま
so
で
they were on
警
the
戒を
lookout till the very end. So, reinforcements that came? That's kinda suspicious. What were they ignored?
それから
Communications?
車の使用形跡は
Mine's Tiffer. I has lentil soup.
Nice. Lentil soup is good. Add some, like, put down rice and seem bitter. Also, the vehicle's age. Endorse gambles gather all information available, but she cannot stop her voice from wavering. Oh, she's kind of a gentle soul, isn't she? I mean, she is a tactical doll, but like things like this kind of jar
ミステ
her.
ィを起こしてきて。
She says, "Stop it." Okay. Endorse cool Misty. That's some good leadership. Where she's redirecting her, so she doesn't like get lost in her thoughts. Aww, she cares a lot about people. Even he must
ご
people.
めんねありがと
Sorry, and thank you.
う隊長
I'll not employ the Endorse is so I love Endorse. Miyoko watches Endorse with some concern.
アンドリス大丈夫かな。ま
Is
たフリー
Endorse
ズしたり
okay?
しないよね。
Is she gonna crash again? Oh. She's been shaken by things like this before. And Doris is like so important with her data processing. But she's not mentally strong when it comes to like violence, I guess.
Verilestra asked me, a gladiator, have you ever watched Asterix in Britain? Ah, Asterix in Britain, a delightful little tale about a bunch of animated characters bumbling their way through history. I, on the other hand, prefer a more calculated form of entertainment. Watching humans and their erroneous decisions is far more amusing than any animated escapade. But I suppose, if you lack any current humans to observe, Asterix might suffice.
Maybe I don't know what that even is. Oh,
大丈
okay.
夫。元は民生用人形だもの。
That's
404の
alright.
世界に
She
慣れるの
was a
に
civilian doll.
時間がかかって
It
当
takes some
然よ。
time for her to get used to the world we inhabit. Oh. Well, they're all technically... Well, not all of them, I would say, but most of them were all previous civilian dolls. I guess... Endorse was very recently given a firing core.
うん。グリーンエリアとイエローエリアって全然違う
Yeah,
か
the
ら。
green zones and yellow zones are so
たまに
different.
本当に同じ世界な
Sometimes
の
they feel like two
疑うもん。
entirely separate worlds. So Endorse was just in the green zone this whole time? I wonder what she did previously.
昔の人間ってみんなグリーンエリアやホワイト
All
エリアみ
human
たいな場所で暮らしてたんでしょ。
habitats used to live in places like the green and white zones, right? Dude, the white zone must be like the very... It's like normal civilization. Taking in Bioka's unease, Fufu ponders for a moment, then simply gives out a piece of advice.
アンドリスの感性に影響されちゃダメよ。
Don't let Endorse's sentimentality get to you.
過去のことも今の人間
The
の境
past has
遇も
nothing to do with us.
私たち
The
には関
human's
係な
current
い。
predicament also has nothing to do with us.
うん
True?
わかった
Yeah,
残りの
true.
死体を
I
引き
mean,
ずり出して何か見つかるかもしれない。
extract the many two bodies from the jeep and see if he can find anything else.
待て
The man himself came, huh? The soldiers of the survey club arrived on the scene. Dimitri walks up to the jeep and takes a look. Concrete backs up 2 paces to keep some distance between Dimitri and herself.
あとは俺たちがやる
We'll take it from here.
お前ら車内の遺体
You
を
lot,
出せ
get the 2 bodies out of the
Hey.
jeep. Be careful with it. After giving the order, Dimitri circles around the jeep and studies the closely with another subordinate intel.
車体は弾痕まみれ
The jeep is covered in bullet holes, indented on one
そう
side.
かだ
Probably caused by sweeping in some natural land feature.
ナンバーは MIA 部
License
隊
plate
の
number
元
has
に
been confirmed. The vehicle belongs to the MIA unit.
車内の遺体は腐敗が進みドッグタグも見つからない
Due to the extent of decomposition
身
and the
元は
missing
確
dog
認でき
tags.
ず
Oh, missing dog tags. The bodies of the vehicle are yet to be identified. Who took the dog tags? Wait, they were inside. What's going on here? Unless they were told to leave them behind before they went out. A mystery. Dimitri calmly voices all of his observations, while the soldier next to him jots them down one by one. At this moment, there is no sign of Dimitri's former temper and surliness. His features are marked by the composure and maturity of a veteran on the battlefield. Aye, things are serious for him right now. Finally, he returns to the front of the vehicle and watches his subordinates extract the corpse trapped in the back
何
seat.
か発見は
Found anything at the settlement?
ある死人だ
Yes, dead bodies
エリットに感
infected
染
with
した上
elid
に
and gnawed to bits by
雪
elids.
袋に食い荒らされてやがる
Some god.
あんたたちの仲間
Also your people?
いや地元の
No,
住民だ
disorderly civilians.
知らねえ服を
But
着て
dressed in weird robes. Aw, shit. Famous a Terraduce settlement? Ah, damn. Oh, that's
映
great.
像記録は
Have you got any visual records?
いい加減にしろ
That's
お前
enough.
に報
We'll
告する
obligate
義
your
務はない
appointment progress to you. Hey, it's Parajuice. They have no idea how dangerous Parajuice is. They probably don't even know what they are. Dimitri has not raised his voice, but his impatience is apparent. Paying no more attention to Kuka, he walks off and calls his superior on his communicator.
こちらはロクサット主義合衆国連盟所属
This is
第
okay,
7環
but
境調
long
査
as
隊
they...
3762小
First
隊の
Sergeant
ディミト
Dimitri
リー総
checking
長
in
で
to
す
give a schedule
これより
update.
定期報告を
That's
行いま
such
す
a alarming feel. Jeez.
ああ状況はどうだ
Received. What's the situation?
獣医の指示に従い調査任務を
The
遂行
survey
中です
mission is still underway as per our orders.
MIA とさ
You've
れていた
discovered a vehicle
第
registered
7環
under
境調査
the
隊1364小隊の車両および兵士
1364th
3名の遺
platoon
体を発見しま
of
した
the 7th Environmental Survey Corps, which was declared MIA along with the remains of 3 soldiers.
成長に弔ってやれロク
Lay
サ
them
ッ
to
ト
his
主義の
property.
未来のために
They are martyrs who gave their lives for the future of the Fortester with Sartage
ええ
Rotisserie. Understood. He did not like that answer. You could tell in his voice. How's it going here? It's cool, great. I'm happy to finally be streaming a little bit now and getting to this. I'm so delayed on the story. So the way the superior gave that reply, even though the words were like not good, it seemed very like auto response, you know? Very scripted kind of response. Like, yeah, yes, them arrest, Dilly Mars, yada yada yada. But it doesn't really convey any real emotion, you know, genuine emotion. And this guy is all about, you know, he's a dick, but he really cares about his people.
それとですが獣医
In addition, sir, I must once again recommend withdrawing my platoon
いや
for now,
今は
and only
部
resume
隊
the
を撤
mission
退さ
when
せ
reinforcements
増
arrive.
援の到着とともに任務を再開すべきです
They're not gonna send him. I'm not gonna send him. Hey, Sex. Welcome, welcome.
理由は
Reason being? Dude, he told you before that they're like down by like almost half or something like that. The numbers. Plus they need repairs and resupply. Oh, God. Did this guy forget? The one officer forget?
九段の兵士たちはいずれも銃
Only
撃
of
に
the
よる
soldiers
致命
died,
傷が死
found
因
to
で
die
す
from gunshot wounds.
彼らの車両には調
The
査隊の
vehicle
マークが
clearly
つい
bears
ており
the request insignia.
3名とも軍
The
服でし
soldiers
た
are in their uniforms.
賞
Bounty
金ハンタ
hunters
ー
like
やバ
you
レ
and
ル
the Villegas will not
彼
engage
らに
them in
対峙するとは思え
confrontation
ません
under normal circumstances.
記録にはない敵性勢力がこ
I
のエリアに
believe there
存
may
在
be
し
some undocumented
意
force
図
that
的な
work
襲
in
撃
this
を
area.
仕掛けたものだと推測
There's
し
a
ま
high
す
possibility that this was a targeted attack. Yeah, it's Magni. It's either Magni, PMC that did this, or it's Blue Sphere. One of the two. Silence on the other end of the line makes Dimitri restless. Sir, I'm not saying this out of cowardice, but we have encountered far more complications on this mission than expected. First, Sergeant Dimitri, there are no gun regulations in the Yellow Zones. An attack on 3 men is not enough evidence to support your claim. You know that silence was deafening. That tells me that this one officer knows that this hasn't been the first time this has happened. Probably. And that he knows that it's actually more dangerous. So to hear the news that another team was like shot to death, an ambush possibly. More officers like, oh shit. So I think this is not new news. But they're not telling them. They're deliberately keeping these people in danger. Besides, you're supposed to scarce where you are, so for Jaegers operating the area are very likely to target straggling vehicles of the Civic Corps and plunder military supplies. If that was true, then how come the doors never opened? How come their weapons weren't taken? Sir, do you even know what you're saying? But either the war officer is incompetent, or is deliberately trying to like downplay everything because they know something else is going on down here, and they don't care. Continue with the mission. That's an order. Why wouldn't it? Why are we following orders that only hinder the progress of the mission? The entire 1,300 is declared MIA. Entire platoon. Holy shit. And I've already lost 1/3 of my own platoon. I can't guarantee the success of the mission unless we set off after joining up with our reinforcements. Alright, so for the entire platoon to go missing in action, they don't even know what happened to them. And yet, they're gonna let this platoons remain out here? Very little personnel. That's checked out. So I'm feeling bad. Probably Blue Sphere working alongside Magni or just Blue Sphere by herself and her forces have done this. So they were directed. She was directed to start destroying, no, because Magni is also doing that too. So I think they're working together. So they were instructed to destroy one of also things. I guess if you call them like transmitters or radio stations, boosters basically, to create like dead zones out in the area. So there's no communication out there. And then once they create that dead zone, they go in and kill whoever is inside the dead zone. So I think this is what happened to this platoon. For 3 guys, they only found 3 of them, which means they're probably trying to escape, try to get reinforcements, but they're caught. So now they're gonna do the same thing to these guys. They're gonna destroy the translators, create a dead zone, then come after Dimitri and everyone here. That's what's gonna happen. We're reading all this smart. You chance not. We're not afraid to die, but we don't want to put our men's lives over such shitty plan. I mean, if Slim's like super serious about that, he would pull them all out anyways, against orders, just to save their lives then when we face court-martial. If he feels super serious about it. But then again, he also doesn't have enough evidence to justify doing so, you know? Unfortunately. In that regard, the war officer is kind of right in a way. Just because they found 3 bodies is not enough. And his, damn, this sucks. He needs a little bit more evidence. He's like, have a number of enemy forces, like that they can identify, things like that. But by the time they have that information, it'll probably be too late because the dead zone been created and they're trapped in it.
今の発言は反逆罪とも取れるぞ。言葉を慎み
What's
た
your
ま
tone if you don't want to place soldiers of our entire company in even more danger?
え。このエリアの調査は他と比べ
Our
て
survey is
随
already
分と遅れ
progressing
を
much
取ってい
slower
る。
than other areas.
しかも
And a
我々の
significant
大
portion
半
of
は
our
元新ソ連軍の
We're
武
from the
装
same
派だ。
place. The Railway
調
Force
査隊
Survey Corps is the
農
last
船防衛軍。
refuge we have.
それが立場の危うい我々に残された最後の居場所なのだ。
Hmm. So he just does he want to keep pushing these people to go so we can look good? Like, it's like almost situations where like a leader would be like, well, a so-called leader, he'd be like, yeah, I don't care how much the people under me suffer or sacrifice, because if they can pull it off and get like the mission done, they could then brag like, yeah, despite everything may set against us and all our losses, we're still able to do it. You know, so that makes he thinks that, hey, that makes us look even better because we managed to pull off the mission despite, you know, all the hardships. But I'm kind of in that kind of situation here, which is such a terrible thing to do. It's such a gamble, and you're gambling with lives, which makes it even worse.
武闘派の失脚は何も戦争だけが原因ではない。
My faith from grace wasn't
そ
caused
して
by
戦
losing
争そのも
anymore.
のが残した爪
And there
痕も
was
深い。
then there's more at stake here
物資と
than
人員
short-term
配置の
resource
不自
allocation
由さ
and
が
personnel assignment.
その最たる例だ。
But this isn't wartime. This is just expansion. Jeez. Aphelion. Dimitri knows this too. Holy mad. I understand where Dimitri's coming from. Dimitri falls silent. The URNC insignias on his team's uniforms around him are suddenly quite an eyesore. And here he thought he had already gotten used to the change.
今回はこの辺にしておこう。任務を全うしてくれ。
Alright, this conversation ends here. Continue with your mission.
一番近い増援を呼んである。
I'm dispatching the nearest troops to you to give you some backup. I'll get there ahead of the original schedule. Okay? Now is that a lie? Is that a lie? After a brief pause, the war officer
安
adds,
全にはくれぐれも気をつけろ。
stay sharp. I
無
want
事
your
帰還
safe
できる
return.
ことを祈る。
You need to say that shit, man. I'd be like, don't tell me that. After you shot down, like, oh man, that'd be mad. After the call ends, Dimitri stows his communicator away in silence. The bulky and stuffy protective suit is getting suffocating. The soldier has been waiting for him to finish the call walks up to him.
Support is greatly appreciated.
Hey, Medic Man, hello. Thank you for the sub. Oh my gosh, almost 2 years. 1 more month to go, huh? That's crazy. 2 years? Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. These people are the remnants of the new Soviet Union, and this mission is the last chance they have at keeping what little independence they have. Meh. But the thing is, if this mission is really so important, then you'd want it done right. With as much assurance as you can to have it done right. And right now, they're doing a huge gamble. So, you know, it's not good. And I think they're all gonna get wiped out. I think. If I remember right, I think Ilarion doesn't make it. If I remember from the previous chapters, because the commander finds, I think they found Ilarion, I think. I don't remember if that soldier had a name, the one that they found. But I don't think he's gonna make it.
総長、遺体はすべて回収しました。
Sir, the remains of all these soldiers have been removed from the jeep.
検視は
We
まだですが。
haven't inspected them yet.
わかった。今行く。
Right, I'll go take a look. Yeah. In a situation like this, he has to do it. By the time Dimitri returns to the jeep, he has already regained his composure. The dolls of hide four foreign soldiers at the Surrey Corps standing around the corpse.
総長、必要な撮影は終わりやした。検視
Sir, I've finished making all the
始めますか。
necessary visual documentation. Should we begin the inspection?
俺がやる。
Then we do it. The soldiers move aside to make space for Dimitri. He solemnly approaches and squats down by the bodies. He rummages through the clothing thoroughly, taking great care to also scrape away the collapsed crystals formed on the wounds. His hands move efficiently, but with gentle respect.
タグはどこだ？
Where are the dog tags? After a lengthy search, he fully fishes out 3 pieces of paper coverage and stains from their pockets.
使えるものは回収して遺体を埋めろ。
Salvage any usable supplies and bury the remains.
それから身につけて
They
る小
keep
物
some
も
of
回
their
収して
personal
おけ。
belongings that won't
持
take
ち
up
運
too
べる
much
ように
space. Their families
遺
deserve
族
to
に
know.
渡しておかないとな。
Yeah. Good, bad. Dimitri folds back several paces and moves over to the jeep, then lays down scratched up piece of paper he just found on the hood of the vehicle. Why does he think of where Hester wants to send help a cat? That's a possibility. Could be someone higher than him. That's, giving orders not to do certain things. That's always a possibility. Kukai Mandors huddle in for closer look. Dimitri shoots them a glare but does not stop them.
3枚とも同じ内容
They're all the same?
なあ。
ところどころマーキングがしてある。
There are a lot of markings. Could these be maps? But then again, they don't
地
have
図
any
に
elements
必要な
you'd
要
find
素は
on
ない
maps.
ね。それにこの数字の羅列と
Also, these numbers.
オリジ
Different
ンっ
origin.
て単語
What origin?
原点のことかな。
And Doris studies the numbers next to the markings on the piece of paper.
座標でもなさそうだね。
They don't make sense as coordinates either.
軍の暗号が一発で解けてたまる
These
か
are
ね。
in military code. As if we just let you read such sensitive information.
あんたは何か分かったの
So you know what these mean. It would be nice to share with the dolls, especially on Doris. He could probably help you out very, very much. Click this question as obviously you touched the raw nerve as Dimitri maybe flies into a flustered rage.
何見てやがる。隊ごと
Keep
に
your
暗号の
noses
規
out
則
of
が
this.
違
All
えんだよ。
communication between units are
情報漏洩を
encrypted with
防ぐ
their
ため
own
だ。
unique cipher to prevent intel from being leaked.
俺たちは単なる臨時編成だからな。
The railway forces are
環
just
境調査隊のルールだ。
seconded.
知らなくて
So
当
it's
然だ。
natural we don't know the Surrey Corps cipher. I'm hoping to make heads or tails of the notes. Dimitri puts them away for now. Well, he doesn't even know.
3人が1枚ずつ持ってたってことはかなり重要な内容であるはずよ
All three of them kept separate copy of their person, so it must contain some very important information.
んなことは分かってる。
I'm well aware of that. Goes without saying. Dimitri dismisses Kukai's observation. He checks the time and looks up at the sky, then turns to address his subordinates.
もう日が暮れる。さっさと片付けて。
It's getting
集
late.
落でキャンプを張
Gotta
るぞ。
move on and get this place cleaned up. We'll set up camp at the settlement tonight.
この辺は物騒だ。今夜から
This
見
isn't
張りを倍
exactly
に
a
増や
place
せ。
of peace and tranquility. Sarge tonight we're redoubling the number of sentries in each shift.
順位の話じゃ造営はもう出発したそう
Also,
だ。
I just asked over comms and
Yeah,
reinforcements are already on their way.
あと少しだ。
Just hang in there for a bit
援軍
longer.
と合流できりゃ。こん
Once
な
we
任
link
務を
up
とっ
with
た
them
と
and
終わ
fist
ら
the
せ
job,
て
we can kiss the
ク
shitty
ソみたい
left
な生活
goodbye.
とおさらばできる。
When we get back to the Great Wall,
頂
we'll
上
wait
列車に戻れ
promotions
ば
and pay raises
昇
await you.
進間違いなしだ。
Yeah. I mean, a small number of backups. It's technically reinforcements, but it's probably not the reinforcements you would prefer to have. Better than nothing. So, there's that. Pay raises and promotions, maybe, but it's a nice motivating thing to give them. Hey, Victor, how you doing? Let me give you a shout out. How be things? Did you get Did you apply for the experimental test or visa? Go ahead, take out drifted sometime guys. Likes to play shooters. Nice, yeah, I'm waiting for the email for further instructions, so I'm excited for it. I wish I could stream it, but I know I cannot. NDA stuff. Dimitri is relieved to see that his opponent's morale has not suffered too much. Just that he's about to leave, Kukai speaks up.
Dimitri.
Dimitri.
なんだ用もないのにフラフ
What?
ラするな
You get out of the way. Kukai jams a thumb to the side.
何が言いたい話があるなら
What do
こ
you
こ
want
で
to
しろ
say? Just say it right here.
どの死体にもドッグタグがなかっ
There are
た
no dog tags on all the bodies.
本当にここで
Are you
話す
sure
つ
you
も
want
り
to have this discussion here? See, that is the suspicious thing. Why don't the bodies have dog tags? Yet the bodies are inside the jeep that's been jammed shut, and they still have the weapons. See, that's the weird thing. Dimitri raises his eyebrow. He walks off to the side and gestures Kokai to follow him.
ブージャムの体内から発見されたドッグタグは彼らのも
Did
の
the
に
dog tags found at the boot drum belong to them? 何
でも死体には生き袋に荒らされた形跡がなかった
Mitch will no sense of having been gnawed.
おいここはイエローエリアだぞタグをなくしてたっておかしくはねえさ
There's danger from the yellow zones. Losing your dog tags isn't that unusual.
私の知る限り軍人は何があってもドッグタグを手放したりしないはずだけど
Yeah, because they want someone to
お
find them.
前みてえなガラクタに何がわかる
What do you know, your tin cans? What do you, tin cans,
黙
know?
って働け余計
It's
な
your
詮索
job
を
and
する
mind
な
your own business. Clearly unwilling to continue the conversation, Dimitri
デ
storms
ィミ
out.
トリーさん現実を受け入れられないんだね
Looks like Mr. Dimitri is still not ready to face the truth. I wonder if he's even aware of what
明
paradise
らかに
is.
不自然な点を見て見ぬふりするなんて
He's
ただの
trying to
怠
delude
慢よ
himself even with such an obvious problem as staring him in the face. He's shirking his duties. No, it's not that. It's not
厳
that.
しいねクルカイ隊長は
He may be a bit too harsh at him.
こっちはどうする近くで
So what
キ
do we
ャ
do
ンプを
now?
張ろう
Are we
か
also setting up camp nearby?
そうして私は集落に戻って
Yeah,
リ
I'll
バに
take
連
the
絡す
settlement.
る
Then I'll get in touch with Leva.
ミシティと美容家にはパラデースのことを口
Remind
外しない
Misty
よう
and
言っとい
Bioka
て
to keep their mouths shut about Paradise. Oh. That Paradise sounds like a very, very important information to share with Dimitri, but I guess they have their own thing to. Giving him more worries.
Behind you!
Bad thing. Who knows? Nothing mind me, I'm okay. Well, I'm towards the bad mission.
は
And sure. At night, most of the civic corps soldiers have already turned in. A few of them who are on sentry duty and dulls of Hyde 4-4 work together to patrol the areas surrounding the settlement. Unable to go to sleep, Dimitri takes out the dog tag scan. Hey.
ニコライ
Ah, young
俺だ
Dimitri.
開けろ
Okay. They're best friends now? Nikolai? Dimitri knocks on the door to the dorms. His grin widens when he sees his friend. Nikolai freezes for a second before luring him in.
静かに規則を忘れたのか
Keep it down. Have you forgotten the rules?
別にいいだろそんなもん
Oh, come on. Dimitri plunks himself down on the empty bed while Nikolai sits down by the desk in the center of the room and picks up the book he was in the middle of reading.
情報学原理
Principles of Informatics.
相変わらず頭でっかちだなお前
Still
は
reading physical books in this
今
day and
時
age?
紙の本か
What a freaking
ま
nerd.
頼りにならない機
That's
械よ
good.
りはマシだ
Machines
けど
can't be
な
trusted.
前に一緒に戦った機械兵器がいてさ、
The droids that used to serve for the son of Aphelion, you can recognize this after down to the shit that's gonna be written.
俺のことなんざ忘
When
れ
the
ちまいやがった。
URNC army took over.
こ
Aw,
っちはペットみたいに可愛がってたんだ
you
ぜ。
think I took
あの
a
ちっ
liking
こ
to
い
that
偵
little
察
surveillance
機を。
drone and even treated it like a pet. Well, that's your fault, dude, man.
声が大きいよ。
Not so
あ
loud.
ったよ。大声出さなきゃいいんだろ。
Final dropped my voice. He was so energetic and enthused when he was younger. You know what? You know what's kind of, I think he ends up taking up after Nikolai. Nikolai's demeanor is more like the way he is now. Just a little more angry. An angry version, you know? Maybe if he takes in the empty dorm room and stops the wooden bed frame absently.
この寮ももうお前だけが。
You're the only one left in the room, eh? Where is it, buddy?
昨夜除隊
Yeah,
して帰っ
the
た
last
やつ
one
が
left last
最後だ
night
ったよ。
retired from service and went home.
お前は
And about you?
やるべきことをやるだけだ。
Do what I gotta do.
のん
Nikolai's
き
good
な
was
もん
wise
だな。
as fuck.
カーター将軍が失脚し
You
て
seem awfully
お
blasé
前の
about
実家にも
this.
影響があったはずだ
You
ろ。
know Carter's fall must have affected your family, surely.
まあね。でも
Yeah,
年寄り
it's
が
not
一
anything
線を引くの
abnormal
は
for
当
an old
然
man
の
to
こ
step
とだ。
down. I wasn't able to rank us. I don't know what the ranks are in this game.
何しに来たんだ？
I know they have
僕の
different
家を心配しに
names
来た
to
の
the
か？
uniforms, though. While you're here, you didn't come just to show your concern about my family, did you?
実はだな。
I came because of this. Dimitri pulls a piece of paper out of his pocket and gives it a wave. Nikolai grows still.
辞令だ。今朝
Transfer
判
order.
断された。
Stamped this morning.
こっから数年は辺境だ。
I'm going
その後も
Rattan.
どこに飛ばさ
I'm
れ
gonna
るか
spend a
知
few
らね
years on the border, then God knows where they'll send me. Aww. They're getting
どうして？
separated.
君の階
But
級
you're
なら
vague.
ここに
You
残れ
could
た
have
はず
applied
だ。
to stay.
残るのがいいとは限らないだろう。
Staying doesn't seem like such a good idea.
昔からの腐
I'd
れ縁
rather
ど
be
もと
exiled along with
島
my
流しされ
brothers.
んのも悪くない。
He wants to stay with his men.
近い将来頂上列車ってのが建造
I hear
さ
they're
れる
gonna
らしい。
build something called the Great Wall
で
Railway.
俺たちはそれを守る防衛軍の予備部隊ってわけだ。
It sounds pretty tough,
楽
but now
な
that
仕
I think
事じゃ
about
な
it,
さそうだが
there should be plenty of
よく考え
opportunities
て
to
み
turn
ろ。
any profit.
がっぽり稼ぐチャンスだぜ。
Hey, poor guy has no idea what he's getting himself into, but he wants to be with his
人
boys.
儲けしたら
Can't knock
仲間
that.
と軍を抜けてビジネスでもやろうと思ってる。
And when I make a fortune, I'll take my brothers, leave the army, and start a business.
軍を辞めるのか？
You don't want to serve anymore. Oh, he's actually surprised. Nikolai is actually showing emotion.
まあな。残る理由もない。
No point.
今までは戦う目的があった。
I used to head into battlefield with some
今
sort
は
of
カーター
ideal.
将軍も
Now that
将
General
軍に
Carter's
ついてた
gone, and his followers
KCCO
in
の
the
連中もいない。
KCCO are gone, I don't see
み
point
ん
in
な辞め
saying
ちまっ
fuck
た。
the KCCO.
軍に
Those
至って
guys.
何をしていいかわからね
Yeah, I remember what they did.
軍にいることだけが戦いじゃない。
This has nothing to do with our duties as soldiers.
何言ってんだ。
No?
軍
So
が
who
な
are
け
we
りゃ
fighting for
俺
when
た
no
ち
one
は
is
誰のために戦えっ
Ghosts?
てんだ。
守るべき者さえいれば、
As long as
軍人は
those who
軍人で
swore
あ
to
り続
protect
ける。
us till he there,
たとえどこにいようとね。
no matter where we're deployed.
ディミ、辺境防衛もいいけど、
There's nothing
あ
wrong
ん
with
まり
being
自
stationed
分
at
を
the
甘や
border,
かすな。
but you mustn't let yourself loose. Ah. Hearing the disapproval in Nicholas' hearts, Dimitri's jaunty smile slowly disappears.
ニコライ、俺は喧嘩しに来たんじゃない。
I
別
came
れ
to
を
say
言いに来たん
goodbye,
だ。
not to argue with you.
別に喧嘩するつもりはないよ。
I'm not
事
arguing
実を
with
言
you.
ったまで
I'm
さ。
just telling the truth. Yes.
事実
Truth my ass, stop lying to yourself. Well, why is he mad? Why is he mad? Is he...
死んでいった連中を気にかける人間はいねえ。
Nobody gave a damn about the brothers who died, and those who somehow survived managed to
軍事
survive
法
were
廷にかけ
either
られたや
demoted,
つもいた。
dismissed, or even got court-martialed. Okay, so that's why he's mad. Camaraderie. He feels
俺たち
betrayed.
みてえな鉄砲玉はな、ありがたく辺境防衛を拝命
The
するの
elites
が
of
お似
small
合いなんだよ。
fries and non-core forces like us keep our banks. But send us to marginalized departments as so-called reassignment. Career death, basically. In a rage, Dimitri marches up to Nikolai, tears off his dog tag and throws it down the desk in front of his friend. Ooh.
これを見ろ。
And take a look at this.
戦場で俺
Soldier's
たち
dog
の
tag
存在
is
を
our
唯
only
一
proof
証
of
明でき
identity
る
on the
ものだ。
battlefield.
それがどうだ。エンブレム、
But what happened?
部
They
隊番号、
changed it for
コールサイ
everything.
ン。
The design,
なんもかも
my
変わっちま
unit
った。
number, even my service number. Okay.
お前はこのタグに書かれているのが俺だと言えるのか。
Do you think that person listed on this dog tag is still me? But a restructuring, I mean, that's what happens when things are restructured.
そんなの身分の証明でしかない。
This is just a
君は
form of
君だ。
identification.
ディミトリー準尉。
You are you. One officer seems to. Oh, he was a war officer. Oh man, so he's gonna get demoted. I mean,
バカ言うな。俺は身も
get
心も
real.
新ソ連
One
人だ。
officer means you would never have her serve the
新
new
ソ連は
Soviet
もう
Union.
新ソ連じゃなくなる。
Would only ever
Por
serve
acá.
the new Soviet Union.
ロ
From
クタ
now
ット主
on,
義合衆国
it
連
won't
盟
be the new
新
Soviet
ソ
Union
連大
anymore.
工だ。
With a new Soviet Union district under the RNC. So why doesn't he just quit or is that mad about everything? It's true. Why didn't he?
将軍は死んだ。
Something must have happened
新
between
ソ
him
連
and
は死んだ
Nikolai.。
俺たちの
Them
理想
debating
も
changed his mind.
何もかも死んだ。
It's over for General Carter, it's over for the new Soviet Union, and it's over for our dreams. Dmitry pants heavily as he goes at his friend, but Nikolai simply gazes earnestly back at him, his face still utterly calm.
とにかく俺はもう夢を見るのをやめたのさ。
I've had enough talking about our deals.
周りにいる連
I
中
just
と
want to
俺
protect
自身を
myself
守っ
and
て
those around me, so that we can make
そったれの
out our
世の
living
中を
in
生
this
き抜いて
godforsaken world. I mean, how are you gonna handle this, Nikolai?
お前も後のことを考えた方がいい。カーター将軍の隊はほとんど粛
Like,
清
are you
さ
sure
れたん
that
だ。
the battle in Frankfurt is related to that redheaded
Iko to
baggy
ne.
leader? It's your first hero, Elsa's mad woman from Vickery. Yeah, she was there in some form or fashion. You should look out for yourself. They're already going after General Carter's followers. If you stay, they'll surely give you a hard time. Things could end badly for you.
叶うあてもない理想と心中するな。
Don't let a dead man's dream drag you into an early grave. Dmitry puts away his dog tag stiffly.
さあ、俺が言いたい
There,
のは
rest
それ
of
だ
my
けだ。
peace. Like I called
Sure.
it. When Dmitry reaches the door, Nikolai, who had been silent the whole time, calls out to him.
ディミ、
どうした？
Thinking that his friend wants to make peace with him, Dimitri's voice softens. Uh-oh. When he looks back, he sees Nikolai standing ramrod straight, pointing at his
それは本当に君の本心なのか？
Ask yourself in here, do you genuinely believe that? He was a young man back then. His emotions did get the better of him at that point. Dmitry finds himself back in the present. He looks down at the dog tag that used to belong to Nikolai. Aww. The debt to Solar Sea being deeply not far from him. Nikolai's gone. Some of them were comrades in arms who served the Soviet Union alongside him in the battlefield. while others are rookies who enlisted with lofty ideals. And here they are, all huddled together in the ruins of an abandoned settlement on this night. He lets out another sigh and stows the dog tag away. So I wonder, I guess, did Nikolai follow him to the border? It had to be.
あ、そうだ。
At least that belief still kept me alive, kicking.
俺はまだ生きてる。
He's moving along. Crap. Mind remap. To bow down and be tamed is to be closer to destruction than the destruction of one's existence. That's an interesting statement. Ichinobu Yorikoi, of course. It's Kushi, even. Oh, straight to the bow? Okay. Maybe the novels or segments. We don't need to play, we don't need that. 416 is just gonna kill them all. They're honestly weak enemies, I don't need it. That angle after she res them. Did she just wipe the map? Cool. Here we go. There's always one. Target eliminated, moving forward. Yay, I can finally go back to and lie down. She's like a little late. Oh, true. It's a Magni drone. After fending off the elites that attacked them on the way, Kukai walks alongside the while the team is resting up announcers. They call from Levo with obvious
予
displeasure.
定した定時連絡時刻より
You
10
get
時間
called
も遅れ
10
て
whole
る
hours later than you're supposed to.
管理局にいる割に時間の管理はできてない
Does
よ
the
ね
non-multi forces administration administer their time?
まあまあそうしょっぱなから怒ら
Oh
ない
my, don't be so grumpy right off the bat.
私にだってれっきとした
I miss
仕事
him
が
all
あ
here
る
too.
の連絡が遅れたって変じゃない
It's so
わ
weird seeing her in a suit. It's kinda get used to it. However, a lot of this serious business do tend to, you know. It's quite understandable that I can't always check in with you on time.
ハイド404メンバー規則通信と会
Rules
議
and
につい
regulations
て
from
第
High 4
24条
members. Calls and meetings, Article 24.
事情により会議の参加や通信が困難な
In
場
the
合
end of an
他の
emergency,
参加者や通信相
in
手
the
に
event
理
of
由を
an
説明
emergency,
の上
participants
会
must be
議
informed
もし
of
くは
the
通信の代
cancellation
替時間を明確に提示すること
The reason must be stated and the rescheduling time must be reconfirmed.
もう一度繰り返そうか
Need I repeat that? I think she's being so smug. Those are probably rules set that were created by 45 herself, and now she's throwing in her face.
来る会はルールが多すぎるのよ覚えられっ
You
こな
got too
い
many
の
rules, Sukai. You can remember them all. Amigo, guess we until the
あ
rules
ん
that
たた
way.
ち一人一人がエリート人形としての自覚を持っていれ
If we
ば
could
お
call,
のずとそんなルールも必要なくなる
if we could all hold ourselves to the high standards that befit the elite T-dolls, there wouldn't need to be so many rules. She's still sore about that. She's still sore about that. Okay, so the reason why she said that is because the reason why 416 is so mad when you fly multi is because 416 was not regarded as an elite doll by M16, while the others were, so she felt outcasted and jaded. So that was a way back case. So way back in that time, 45, 9, 416, all of them, they served on a team, and M16, she was their team leader, long time ago. So when things happened, and you know, the somewhat, I wouldn't call it a rivalry, but it's like more like a one-sided rivalry, I guess, between M16 and 416 started. MCC doesn't care, but 416 was held a grudge against her, and then always held a grudge against 45 because she wanted to be the leader. And eventually, now that she is leader, she became leader in a way that she didn't want, you know? Because 45 simply just left, basically, to do other things. And she didn't have like a drawn out battle. I think 416 feels like she didn't earn her place as the leader for 4. And so it's not very satisfying, and not a satisfying conclusion for her. That's why she's always still bashing heads with her 45. We coped well enough even back when our rules were essentially half a page.
それは昔の話。
That was
今は
then.
私が
Now
隊
I'm the
長よ。
squad leader. So she made all these new rules when she took over? Yes, of course she would. And yet, Leader Kuklai, the almighty lady, was getting the Judas because she couldn't get in touch with a humble little member like me. Oh my goodness.
誰が不安よ。
Who was getting the jitters? Okay, well, this call was supposed to be about about catching up with intel stuff and other just arguing straight off the bat. But it's so fucking funny.
もういいわ。本題に
Never
入っ
mind.
て。
Let's get down to business. I really love 416's design though. It's like one of the prettiest designs in this game. Or among the T-dolls in general. Even the chuckles that Kuka is still huffiness. Having succeeded in rallying her up, he decides to call it a day. That was 45's thing. For no reason, she would always go out of her way to try to make 416 irritated. She always did, in like a really, really not direct way either. A smug way. I've had a look at the images you sent over. Those rocks are indeed evidence of Paradise's activity. In fact, that's corroborated by Lama's intel. The deceased and settlement were also dressed in attire that matched the uniforms of Paradise members. So congrats. Finally some concrete progress.
これのどこがめでたいのよ。
It's not really anything worth celebrating. You were bothered by the lack of progress before, and you're upset now that it's confirmed to be Paradise. So you're hard to please, O almighty leader, Kukai.
口の聞き方がなってないわよ。
If you know I'm the leader, then drop the ditzy act and start taking this seriously.
それでパラデースは一体何を？ネ
What
イト
has
が
Paradise
建
been
築
up
学
to
でも
this
始
past
めた
few
とか？
years? Yes, the Nito started studying architecture. Probably. We're still investigating the specific details, but one thing's for certain, Paradise has stepped up the brainwashing of the human members, who now refer to themselves as Unitas. Those scattered rocks probably looked like this before they were destroyed. They even sent an image of is it a spire?
石の塔？
Yeah. That's a tower. It's some sort of totem. Paradise strengthens the Emison's faith and will loyalty using these, so that they'll be more obliged to serve the experiments. Well, it worked apparently. You probably made a bougie man. There's probably a hidden lab somewhere.
従わせるだけならネイトの武力制圧で十分じゃない。
If they want to force people to comply, then Nito's force is more than enough. You don't understand humans at all, Kukai. We operate according to logic, but humans' actions are often held by emotions and beliefs. Very true. Just look at social media. Just look at social media. Rather than subjugating them to experiments by force and having to look for insurrection that could manifest at any time, it's much more effective to have a spiritual hold on them, which eliminates the problem completely. Yeah. To make an apology. It would be akin to overriding their protocols, like transferring the command of authorizations from normal society to predators. That's the better way for what's easy to understand.
人間の学者にでもなったつもり？
Stop trying to make yourself out to be some kind of anthropologist. Girl does look sad. I'm just a little more knowledgeable than you on the subject. She is actually very smart. 45 is kind of an asshole too, but yeah, she's actually very smart. Cause like, 416 is, for the most part, she's pretty easy to read. Now like what she's gonna do next or what she's thinking. 45 not so
つまり
much.
パラデースは以前にも増して厄介になったってことね。
So in other words, Paradise is even trickier to deal with than before. That's right. They basically well on their way to become an extreme squirrel. Didn't the NATOs become NATOs? The NATOs are only getting more powerful, and now they've recruited a bunch of deranged unities. Ren is busy investigating other things for Kalina, so I can't expect any help from her. In fact, they need my help, so I'll cut my hands absolutely full at the moment. Thank goodness you're here to give a hand, Kokai.
そんなに危険なら前に言ってた
If
もう
they're so
一組の
dangerous,
増
when
援は
will
どう
the
なってるのよ。
reinforcements promise to arrive? Very soon. I think you'll be well pleased. This happened last time. She was gonna tell her who it was. This is gonna be the commander with them. The communications like shit up. What? Oh, we know what's happening? Oh, what's happening? Blue spheres are moving right now. They're destroying the radio stations. There it is. There it is. Blue spheres making her move. With a new splitting burst of static, the comms line breaks down. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be thrown down soon. Talk about bad time. No, we have no idea. We have no idea. What kind of calls will you just said? Well pleased. And what kind of enforcement would make her well pleased? Wherefore has always preferred to work on their own. The way Kukai sees it, seeking external help is a show of weakness. So she would never consider it an option unless absolutely necessary. For extremely unlikely to accept aid from outsiders to begin with. And the chances of Kukai appreciating the aid are even more minuscule unless, she's starting to put it together. If she starts to believe what she's thinking of right now, I'm like, I wonder how she's gonna carry herself. Oh, there it is. If VK appears in Kuka's new cloud, which she soon dismisses the idea. Oh. Okay. No, it couldn't be her. She would have responded with feigned nonchalance. Well, she would have responded with Lana. But even as Kukai refuses to entertain the possibility, she deliberately reduces her processing speed so that the figure can linger just a little longer in Enduro Cloud. In any case, she better ask her more clarification from Leva, so that she won't be distracted from her mission because any unnecessary expectations. If anything would distract her and make her very happy and kind, it would be the commander. It would be the commander. Just as Kukai is about to send another constant quest, and Doris walks over to her.
隊長、サーバーに繋がらなくなっちゃったみたい。
When data link was
信号がすごく弱くなってる。しばらく遠隔通信とメンタルバックアップに影響が出そうだね。多分、コーラプスストームの
Probably a
せいだと
temporary
思う。
phenomenon caused by the collapse storm. No? You guys have no idea. And Ross looks over the recorder by. Dmitry is talking to his subordinates. They should tell him about
よ
this.
かったら聞いてこよ
Communications are
うか。
important.
今は調査隊の軍用回線を使
Should
っ
we
てる
touch
けど、
about this? When our crewmen
向
using
こ
their
うも同
military
じ状
line,
況なら、
even if the
あまり
military line
本
is
体から
affected
離れ
here,
ない方が
you
良さ
must
そ
stay
うだ
close
し
to。the civic core. So if the military line's like the strongest signal, it's the strongest line of communication. So if that is super weak, then that's kind of the big
私
deal.
は行くわ。 ミシティと美容家に勝手に行動し
Tell
ない
Misty
よう
and
伝え
Buyoka
て。
not to take on unauthorized action. We'll discuss this with them.
はーい。
Yeah, it's too much of a coincidence for Endors of all people to say have her communication severed. Or connection severed. Kukai approaches the sub-cervicor and notices that a few soldiers at Demetrius Hackney to split into two groups, started loading their equipment onto the sent vehicles. Meanwhile, Demetrius given orders to another to support
隊
him.
の人数が減ると危険性が増す。警戒を
With
怠
fewer
らせる
people
な
on the team, the mission will become more dangerous. Get everyone to stay on their toes. Oh, maybe you already knows. They could probably go and check out the radio stations.
受信増幅装置は最大出力。そ
Yeah,
れと
the signal boosters.
兵たちと
Make
404
the
に伝
signal
えろ。
boost all the way up and tell everyone.
臨時
Clear
基
the
地
jobs
局を
from
建設
4-4.
し終わるまで。
To be made within comms
通信
range
指
to
示範囲から
temporary
出
base
るなとな。
stations are set up. Yeah, see, he's already aware. He's already moving. He's good.
総長
Wanna do that, sir?
よし行け。
Good. Let's get to work. After Larian is gone, oh, poor Larian, Kuhei walks over to
受
retreat.
信増幅装置は限界み
Is
たい
the
ね。
signal booster no good anymore?
じゃなきゃこんな時に部隊を
If it
分散
was,
さ
you
せ
think
る
I'd
か。
split the team up at such a crucial stage of the mission?
ここはもともと電波が悪い上に
The signal's already garbage and it's a freaking place to start with. And the storm
上
will
との連
rage for
絡
a
も
good
つきやし
while.
ね。
This
臨
no
時基
way
地局を
of
建てな
getting
け
any
れば
word out at the moment. If
MIA
we
の
don't set up these
仲間入
separate
りだ。
base stations even, we will be declared MIA.
数万セルは危険よ。この状況だと4人チームが妥
Sending
当
your
だ
men
と
out
思
in
うけど。
pairs isn't safe. Under these circumstances, it's better if we act in groups of 4. Yeah, pairs is not enough. Not out here.
当たり前だ。だがこの人数でどうしろってんだ。
I've got my hands full. Like, I've one kind of handful of what can we do? I don't know what that says. He said Antarimaida, which means, like, goes without saying. You know, that's basically it. Or say, we're chanted to, stating the obvious, you know?
部隊にある良さそうな装備は全部持たせた。
I sent them out with the good quality gear. Here's not enough.
それにな。あいつらは
And
俺
one
が
of my
鍛
men
え
is
た
as
んだ
good
ぜ。
as 3.
兵士一人で3人力だ。
ここはレッドエリアにかなり近い。
We're
今まで
already
とは
very
比べ物
close
に
to the
な
red
らない
zone.
ほど
The
複雑
environmental
な環境
conditions
な
are
の
way
よ。
more unpredictable than what
慎重
you've
になるべ
experienced
き
so
だわ。
far. You really should be more careful. He's gonna tell you guys to go with him.
ガラクタに
Oh,
何
for
がわか
Christ's
る。
sake, so what does that can
戦
like
場
you
に
know?
出るってろに識
If
が
he's
なけれ
good
ば、
before
ど
you
ん
even
ないい
reach the
装備を持っ
battlefield,
てようがいい的だ。
you'll get shot with into Swiss cheese even with that fancy weapon of yours. I think that I'm siding with 416 on this. I think Dimitri's making a mistake. Paris? To set up a booster station? In a place they really don't know much about? Yeah, they did a survey, yeah. 4 did a survey of the area and is for the most part clear. But if communications are super vital thing, you want to make sure that it's secure. You know? Secure it while people are staying up. Then again, his thinking is that he needs to secure home base first, the base camp. Base camp needs to be secured at all, you know, more. I would spare a little, talk to him and be like, hey, we should have more people, at least set up one booster station at a time with more personnel. And just, work a little harder, pull extra shifts until they get back. And that's how I'd put things.
無駄口叩いてる暇があったら、息袋でもぶちのめしてきたらどうだ。
If that time you got,
機械がいちいち
just
うる
beg
せえ
on
んだよ。
Kangala's. Jeez, why is this machine being so long-winded? Okay, Dimitri, just tell them to go with the booster team. Come on. Once the preparations are complete, the soldiers tasked with constructing the temporary base station. Station split off from the main force and set out to carry out their mission. Where are my hairs? Meanwhile, a small surveillance drone is hidden behind a piece of cover out far away. Its indicator light blinks as it records everything that's transpiring. Oh, they're fucked. You're fucked. Zento, the real Zento, what's going on? Welcome. The clean visual feed is displayed on Blue's first monitor. Yes, I fucking knew it. She's taking after those guys. And they're away from the main force. So. Gosh, she's so queen. Keep up with splinter groups. Yeah. I have all characters with blue hair. You don't like not just blue hair, but light blue hair. That's a design choice you don't see very often.
It looks like you have a new follower.
Hey, Zento, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Much love. Thank you so much. Dymax C. These shining lights are invariably weak here. Oh no. Oh no, we're getting... Magni? Magni still has a presence, I believe, with the main force. Even though the degress is severely hindered by the terrible signal reception, the Surrey Core and High 4 are still painstakingly conducting their environmental survey.
総長、両チームからの信号をキャッチしました。
So, two groups have sent the signals. It appears that they are finished the temporary base stations.
信号の強度も
Signal
回復
reception
しま
and
した。
call sign has also returned to
外界
weak
と
strain,
通信可能です。
and external communications have been restored.
建設地にたどり着いてないチームもいますが、
Some of the groups still
彼らとも
haven't
連
found a
絡が取
suitable
れていま
location
す。
to set up their base stations, but they've reestablished communications with the main force. How many groups have they sent?
よし、上出来だ。完了したチームにはその場で待機
Not
させろ。
bad. Notify the brothers at the base stations and tell them to stay put for now. No.
ありゃあくまで臨時だ。池袋に破
Some
壊され
base
ないよう
stations
気を
are
つけろ。
forced substitutes for standard ones. You must take extra care not to let things like else damage them. Well,
ム
it's
ージャ
kind
ム
of
系
crazy
の
out here, guy.
対応不可能な事態に遭遇したら自身の安全
If
を
they
最優
encounter
先
blue
し
chips or anything they
本体
can
に連
add,
絡
tell
させ
them
ろ。
to run towards their own safety and contact the main force at once.
はっ、総長。
Okay. And the cold digital monitor, two specks of light flicker steady like stars in the night sky. They may be faint, but their presence is unmistakable. Tamishi wishes sincerely that the stars obscured by the glam will and get to light up the night sky again one day.
また順位に連絡しねえと。そったれが。
It's time to contact the one-offs again. This shitty place. Oh shit, it's about to go down. Already? The tube is hit by strong impact. Even the communicator is knocked out to Dimitri's head, falling underneath the seat. This game is such cool music, I know, right? I love it, especially the event music. The other window he sees the vehicle that collided with his also part of a pilot collision. The extra vehicle that came under attack has skidded to a halt with blown out tires and heavy smoke. Ooh.
なんだ何があった
Because that's what just happened. Was it a trap? Is it an ambush? Yep, it's an ambush. A group of vehicles have appeared in the distance, followed by a vicious fire assault. Well, the sphere was moving quick. Okay. Alright, so she created the dead zone and immediately attacked her right afterwards. She did not give them a chance. I think she didn't count on Dimitri moving to set up the booster station so quickly. So... yeah, okay. Well, maybe she saw that they were going to set the booster station, so it compelled her to assault. The dolls of High 404 have already leapt into action, red cover and exchanging fire with their attackers.
レーダーが回復しないうちに接近していた模様。
Slack up our small radar was still down. Yeah.
敵の所属は不明。
We don't know which armed force it is.
全員に捨てろ遮蔽物を探して相手の隙を伺え
Get even
反撃に
now
捉えろ
to find cover and wait for the enemy to run out of ammo. Wait for orders and prepare to counterattack. Okay. Ooh, there goes the droid. Ambush! Quick, hide! Kukai gonna wipe the floor of these guys. 8th. I thought Maggie was blue. These are red. Were they blue? I don't remember. You don't need that. Huh. Alright, let's go. Get it. I'll see if she can take him out this time. No one's on elevator position. Okay, shit. Ah, I didn't get them all. I like how like the ear, the cat ear flaps on her kind of as in flip up when she's about to like rush. Good job, Somi. Well done. Having a pelvis help for the time being, Dimitri directs its opponents and adults of 4-4 to clean up the battlefield. After some thought, he walks over to Kukai. Hey, what's your name again? Kurugai. What? Oh, yeah, what's that kind of name, Stukai? That is, you know what, my man, I am totally with you on that one. Okay, miss, let me see if that's screenshot, cause that is such a weird ass name, to be honest. That is such a weird name. Coolants, thank you for the calendar. Appreciate it. Cheers. Bing. Kukai and Doris focus on inspecting the wreckage of the enemy mechanical unit. Do not bother to look out.
Nani?
Didn't you mention he got attacked by an unknown armed force earlier? Were they the ones? Hey, hold on. She's making him wait this time.
Huh?
He's like, what?
Andres, 結果は?
And Doris, do you have the results of the analysis?
もう少し部品と仕様の確認中。
Not yet. I still have to double check some of the connection methods and parts specifications.
ミシティと美容家が他の残骸
I
を
just
調
asked
べに行った
Misty
の。
and Bioka to inspect
あ
all the
の子た
wreckages
ちから
so
のデータも加
that
味しな
I
いと。
can incorporate the data they collect into the analysis.
了解。なるべく早くね。
Right. Make it quick. Leaving Doris to work in peace, Kukai raises to full height.
検査したけど、機械に明確なマークはないわね。
A preliminary inspection has not revealed
TMC
any
の機
clear
械を
faults
改
of
造したんでしょう。
identification as mechanical units, which appear to have been modified from general PMC machinery.
改造手法と部品データが高確率で一
So we're
致す
trying
れ
to
ば、
compare the methods and
同一
parts
勢
used in
力
the
と見て間違い
modifications
な
of
い
the
はずよ。
units we encountered before. If there are multiple matches, we can be reasonably sure that they are from the same faction.
さっきは人間兵もいたぞ。
There are humans in that force that attacked us. Unfortunately, they either got killed or fled.
お前らの時は人間はいたのか？
Have you also encountered human armed forces before?
いなかったわ。改造され
No,
た
it
機
was
械
only
兵
modded
器だけよ。
automatons that attacked us.
明らかに火力が強化されてる。
These new
それに人間
automatons
兵
had
の
better
武器も
firepower,
高性能だった。
and the humans were armed with very high quality weapons. Yep, PMC. Kukai peers down at the dent left by the bullet that hit her on arm. Oh, yeah.
経験上、バリア具や賞金ハンター
In
程
my
度じゃ、
experience,
あんな
neither
装
they
備は
were
無理
Yankees
ね。
nor ordinary bounty hunters can afford this level of environment.
ああ。
Yeah.
総長、報告します。敵兵の遺体をくまなく調べましたが、所属を示すもの
We
はあ
have
りませんで
searched
し
the
た。
human remains thoroughly, but found no meaningful clues. No radios, nothing?
わかった。武器、資源、
Alright,
防護
see
装
if we
備、
can find any
何で
useful
もいい。
weapons, energy
使える
sources,
ものは回収しておけ。
equipment. Gather everything you can and we can find, take them with us.
しかし、非正禁は
The
暴発する危険性
non-standard
もあ
issue
ります。
weapons could cause injuries or
規則に違
death
反
to
す
the
るので
user.
は。
This is against regulations. You know, guy, you have nothing out here. You don't have a supply line. Of course, using unfamiliar weapons is a danger. You don't know how to operate them. But better have some kind of weapon as backup than nothing at all. You know?
こんな時に規則もクソもあるか。使えるもんは片っ
He
端
has
か
no
ら使え。
regulations anymore. We must make use of whatever resources we can get our hands on. Exactly.
だがそうだな。
Still,
電子発信機能のついたものは捨てておけ。
get rid of anything with electronic message capabilities.
はっ。
Yeah, I don't want to get tracked.
隊長、ディミトリーさん、照合結果が出ました
Analysis
よ。
results is ready.
同系統の機体はだい
The
たい
fire
同じ
control
コネ
cores
クタ
installed
ー
on
で射撃
mechanical
管制
units
コア
of
に
the
接
same
続さ
type
れてい
generally
ます。
had the same ports.
パーツはよく見る軍用ブラ
They
ンドなの
just
で
run of the wheel.
ネットで製造ロットを確認しようと思っ
So I
たん
can't
です
check
が
the manufacturer batch through the nets, but
どうしたの？
what?
信号が
Our system got disconnected. Ah, shit, here we go again.
なんだと？
Here we go again. This fair. She attacked the booster stations. Dimitri rummaged through his pockets of fresco make hair, but then he remembers it fallen under the seat in the previous battle. Quickly got frames into a substation after checking the connection.
確かに途切れてる。
You indeed, this guy can't dubs out.
バカな。臨時基
Possible.
地
The
局を
temporary
建て
base
たばか
stations
り
are
だ
up
と。
and running. Signal should be
信号
more
が弱ま
stable.
るわけが。
If base stations are gone, Maggie destroyed them. Dimitri rushes back to the jeep in disbelief. After searching for a moment, he finds his communicator and accesses the signal interface. The signal data, the digital screen is now pitch black. There are no signs of blinking lights. Damn. My Larion. 2 hours ago.
計画は順
Oh,
調？
it's Cocoon. Basically, I wonder what she looks like. Is the plan proceeding
Hi.
smoothly?
一部変化はございましたが、
Yes, though there have been some expected changes along the way.
変化？新しい増援でも呼ばれ
Changes
た
have they
の？
received more reinforcements?
いいえ。調査隊
No,
は信
well,
号
once
が
this
弱まった
recorded
と知ると、
signal deterioration, they
いくつ
split
かの
up and
チームに
started
分かれて
constructing temporary
臨
base
時基地局を
stations.
建設し始めました。彼らは予想以上に慎重なようです。
They're even more cautious than we thought.
いいニュースとは言えないわね。
That's not good news.
分散した部隊も
Make sure you don't let off splinter groups.
承知しました。マグニ
Great.
セキュリティについてで
However,
す
even
が、
though Magni Security
この
has
地で
aided
パラ
in
デンスと
Curtis's
行動した
operations
経
within
験は
this
ある
area,
ものの、
they're not very
複雑
accustomed
な
to the
気候
local
と活
terrain
発
due
な
to
息
guns
袋
and
の影響で
conditions
地形を
and
把
rapid
握しきれて
element
いません。
activities.
今はブージャムの追跡にも人員を割いています。
The Elf
調
had
査隊
delicate
の
part
全
of
て
Cody
の
to
動
take
き
out
を
of
監視
Bucha,
するのは困難で
so
す。
we're not fully aware of the entire request movements at the moment. That's said group that went to take care of the Gujam. That's the group that encountered the commander, Diane and her crew, and all them. And now the two, and now, Wawa and Century. They have a lot of guys. She sent a lot of guys. Well, they sent a lot of guys to get the Persian Moozle. It was a huge number. And they all got wiped out. Now that begs the question, who are the 2 dolls that covered the commander's escape in the helicopter? That shot down the missiles. The redhead is trying to shoot at them. Makes you wonder. If it's Anna, and AK-12, that'd be so cool. And we don't know who they are.
罠をすり抜けた魚のリスク。私は
And you
言
never
わなく
mind
て
you
も
of the
わかるわ
dangers
よ
of the fish that slipped the nets, do I? Do
調
ya?
査
Yeah.
隊が引き起こしたトラブル
Don't
の
forget
こ
the
と。
trouble caused by the record last time. Oh. So the previous record I won MIA actually caused trouble? So they really went down with a fight. With a fight. A hard fight. That's good. Well, they're gone now, but at least they didn't just get rolled over.
すでにあなた様のご命令通り、マグ
In
ニ
fact,
セ
I've
キュリテ
already
ィに攻
notified
撃を
Maggie's
命じておりま
security
す。
to take action as per order.
エリアに信号管制を施しました。
And to prevent the
軍
Civic
用
Corps
回
from
線を用
reporting
いても
situations, their
外部と
superiors
の連絡は不可
have
能で
applied
しょう。
signal restrictions to the current location. The military line is completely down.
まずまずってとこかしら。
It's acceptable, I suppose.
確実な方法とは言い難い
But
わ。
it's not a guaranteed fail-safe
ベ
solution
ーコンや
either.
臨時基地局があ
So
る
long as
限
the
り
signal markers,
突破さ
particularly
れる
base
可能
stations,
性は
exist,
残るわけでし
is
ょ。
there risk that they can get out of this?
ブルースフィア
But yeah? Cocoon stimulator shifts ambiguously. Every word seems to be a warning, thinly veiled and
ま
humor.
さか対策を用意してないわけないわよ
I
ね。
hope we have contingency plans in place.
あくまで応急手段です。ご指示通
That's
り
just an emergency
分散した
countermeasure.
調査隊員の
As
捜
per your
索
order, I will spare no effort
殲
in searching
滅
for
お
and
よび通信
eliminating
妨害は
requested
継続して
routes,
まいります。
as well as destroying the existing local signal markers.
そうそれならよかった。
Oh, that's marvelous to hear.
そうだわ。ちょっとしたアドバ
By
イス
the way,
があるんだけ
I have
ど、
another piece of advice for you.
何でしょう。
セシト&ファルベンからの命令だけど、
Fitzgen Fabin has instructed me to relay this message.
必要時には保険を使え。
You may activate the last resort if necessary. Now, these people, I wonder if they are, work alongside with like sextants and datur. I wonder.
使うか否か、使うタイミングは任せるわ。
The decision of activating it is entirely at your discretion. However, be sure to make it click and clean and remember to wrap up all the loose ends
当
afterwards.
局に目をつけられた
After
ら
all, this is
説
an
明に
extremely
困
risky
るわ。
move. It would be very difficult to explain ourselves if we tracked you in the slightest bit of suspicion.
同じ命令をマグニセキュ
The
リティ
same
にも
order
伝
has
え
also
てあ
been
る
issued
わ。
to Maggie Security. Just
彼ら
request
に
an
起動
authorization
権限の
transfer
移
from
動を
them.
お願いすればいいから。
かしこまりました。
Understood.
それじゃ頑張ってね。
Good luck. Okay. Before the comms lines terminate, Cocoon slowly taps the screen.
あ、そうそう。
Oh, one more thing.
上が調査隊にまた増援を
Since the
派
Survey
遣した
Corps
わ。
kept pestering the Superior,
1日か2
they've
日もあ
been
ればそ
sent
ち
new
らに行く
reinforcements
わ
that will
よ。
arrive in only a day
も
or
う
two.
随分と近づいてるみたい。
This new force is getting pretty close.
絶対に
Make
気
sure
づ
you
か
don't
れ
let
ない
them
ように
suspect a
ね。
thing. I'll ambush them. So, whoever Cocoon is, he's tapped into the military line and knows what's going on. Dang. These poor guys.
404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ。
Goddamn, bro. The jiggle physics in this game is insane. Not as insane as like Zenless, but still pretty insane. Okay, story mode. Jesus, so much to go. Let's go with the sword one. He did send help, but it's not like a full reinforcement thing. It's just like he pulled a few people from nearby, basically. It shouldn't be like a huge force, like a proper reinforcement. An ominous projection, the incomprehensible image gained meaning the moment the light shined on it. Having evaded the incessant pursuit of an unknown force, the Security Corps in Hyde 4-4, I now take you temporary refuge in an abandoned settlement that they have chanced upon. The settlement is shielded by hills to the southeast, so the dolls of Hyde 4-4 are currently monitoring the surrounding areas from their respective hiding spots on the other 3 sides. Is T11? Is T11 one of those? Cause I don't know if she can do that. Considering the extent of damage that Mystia suffered, oh, she got fucked up. Kukai has paired herself up with her.
うわ
She got shot.
ますますおっかないよ。一体どこの誰
These
なん
people
だ
are
ろ
attacking
う。
harder and harder. Who the heck are they? Oh. So if they're being this, like, constantly assaulted.
またどこかで恨みでも買ったの？
Did you antagonize somebody again?
ポートの問題で 集落でも充電
We
でき
didn't
なか
manage
っ
to
たし、
charge our batteries back at the
高
previous
出
settlement
力
because
モー
of
ド
the
あと
problematic
3回も
ports.
使えないんじゃ
Do
な
we
い？
even have enough auxiliary power for 3 more battles?
使えるよ。
Of course.
え？本当に？
Serious?
一度の
So
戦
surprised.
闘を1分以
The
内
Zarji
に
keep
抑えれば。
each battle under a minute.
それもバッテリー
Under a
とか
minute?
してるじゃん。
What? Then we're totally short on power. Day under a minute. That's... I mean, a minute is a long time in battle, to be honest. But if they come in with like a lot of people, it's gonna be more than a minute. Well, they need power. That's dangerous. Kukai connects to the regional comms channel.
次の作戦は計画してるの？
If they come up with the next step of the battle plan,
相手の敵意は明白よ。
the enemy has
今
made
も
an
近くで
intention
こ
is
ちら
pretty
を捜
clear.
索してるでしょうね。
They've got to be searching for us in the area.
もし囲まれでもしたら、
If we get surrounded,
考え中だろ。
shut up, I'm trying to think.
うわ、このおじ
Wow,
さん
this
す
guy's
ごい。
so impressive.
こっちはヘ
Here
タ
I
ヘタ
am,
なの
dead
に。
tired, and there he
まだ
is.
怒る
So
体力
forget
がある
this
なん
is
て。
temperate, shout his head off.
もうどっちが人
Seriously,
形
which
か
one
わ
of us
か
is
ら
actually
ない
a
よ。
doll? If anyone has the most power, it should be G11. He conserves.
あんたが救いようのないポンコツなだけよ。
Sounds like a you problem. You know, I like that. I gotta screenshot that. I could use that as a reaction image. I'm gonna save that.
ミスティ、あんたはここで警戒してなさい。
Misty, stay here and
あい
keep
つ
a
の様
lookout.
子を見てくるわ。
I'll call and see what's keeping him down. Any help is better than nothing? Yeah. Kukai heads over to the building which Dimitri is taking cover and finds him checking and rechecking a slip of paper with an unknown sequence of numbers against him at.
何してるの？
What are you doing?
あんたね。
Hey, don't pester him so much.
静かにしてろ。総
Please
長は
keep
手がか
quiet
りを
while
見つ
the
けてる
first
最
sergeant
中だ。
reviews the situation and looks for more clues.
いつからああなの？
How long has it been at it?
この集落の看板を見つけてからずっと
Since
さ。
when we found the signboard bearing the names of the settlement.
ここじゃない。
Not here.
ここも違う。
Not this either. Dimitri seems to be measuring some kind of distance on the map using his own rugged fingers. However, he eventually gives up and puts the paper away in annoyance.
これが平面ベクトルなら、原点がわ
If
から
you're
ない
running
と
some
始ま
kind
ら
of
ない
vector
わよ。
equation, you won't be able to determine a specific location without knowing the original location.
うるせえ。んなことは分かってる。
Shut up. I know you said Shall already
あ
know
んたが
this.
次の命令を出してれば、声をかけずに済んだ
If
わ。
you shouldn't follow up orders in a timely fashion, I would not be questioning
物
you.
資にも限りがある。
Our
こんな
supplies
風
are
にあ
limited
けも
and
なく
judging
逃げ
from
て
the
たら
current
い
situation,
ずれ敵に
if
追
we
い
keep
つかれ
running
て
around
全滅
aimlessly, our
する。
enemy will hunt us down and pick us off sooner or later.
少しは頭が回るじゃねえか。
At least you're not entirely done. Just then, a young soldier of the Supreme Corps enters through the door.
総長、総員配置につきました。
So, we're all in
ご指示を。
position and waiting for their targets. I wonder if there's some Magni personnel still with them. Because they participated in the battle against the Bujum.
待機だ。
Stand by.
防備を配置したの。
And we're ready to set up our defenses.
当たり前だ。数字ゲ
Though
ー
you
ムに
think
ほう
us
けて
as
るとでも
playing
思ったが、
Sudoku will be paying a sitting down.
ぼさっとしてねえで。お前らも協力しろ。
Make sure the
指示
four
が
of you
欲しかったん
coordinate
だ
with
ろ。
our movements.
これを見ろ。
You want orders, right? Well, just don't stand there. Come over here and look at this. As Dimitri beckons at Kukai to gesture for her to take a closer look at the map.
南東にある高台が見えるか。
You see the hills to the southeast.
機械兵器の
More than
7割を
70%
あそこ
from
に
the
配
caffeine
置
is
した。
up there right now.
同時に兵も
I've
5
also
人向か
stationed
わせ
5
てい
of
る。
my men
陽
to
動
rear
を仕掛けるぞ。
陽動？
Be freed.
そうだ。敵は鋭い。
Our enemies are
3時
hot
間
on
も
our
すれば
heels.
ここは
The
見
Brad
つかっ
come
ちまう。
looking for us here in 3 hours.
一番近い集落まで6時間はかかる。
I
隠れ
just
て
took
行
the
動
map
で
and
き
the
る距離
closest
じゃない。
settlement from our current location is at least 6 hours away. and it'll be very difficult for us to stay hidden while we make our way there.
一気に距離を離せないんなら
If we can get a bigger head start or take most of our tourists in one go,
次の集
they'll
落に
catch
たど
up
り
to
着
us
く前に
before
全
we
員
can
を
reach
ダ
the
ブ
next
ス
settlement and replenish our supplies. They'll be over for us then.
ここで追っ手を弱らせるつもりね。
So you plan to whittle down their firepower here?
そうだ。奴らからしたら俺たちは無勢な上に
To them,
装備
which
不
is a
貧
small
弱
poorly equipped force that can only counterattack using ambushes and guerrilla
だ。
tactics.
待ち伏せやゲリラ戦を仕掛けてくると考えてるはずだ。次の集落に向かうのに
This
この
area is
道を
smack
避けて
along
通
the
れな
only
い。
way to that
しかも
settlement, with hills
片
on
側
one
は
side.
高台に隣接して
Anyone with half a brain cell can
こ
tell
こが
that's
絶
the
好の
first
待ち
offer
伏せポイン
ambush,
トだっての
including our
は
pursuers.
猿でもわかる。俺たちが次の集落へ移動したと
Once
す
they
れば
confirm that we're on our way to
敵は
your
まず
settlement,
あの
they'll
高
immediately
台に
try
目
to
を
figure
つけ
out
るだ
where we have posted our guards to protect the Chalvan convoy. So clearly be on the hills.
そんなところに人を配置したら敵の思うツボ
But
じゃ
then
ない。
aren't you playing right into their hands?
まだわからねえかこの
You
ガ
still
ラクタ
get it and can. This guy's experience over logic right
こ
now.
っちの機械兵器は大半が
Most
中
of
破
our
してる。
Macalfians are already damaged and
正面
don't
からじゃ
stand
勝ち
a
目はね
chance in direct
今
confrontation.
無駄に資源を消
Keep
耗
them
す
around
るだ
while
け
we
のお荷
watch,
物
not
だ。
only will they eat up our
だったら
resources, they may
こ
also
こで価
expose
値
our
を発揮
movements,
させた方が賢明だろうが
be put to better use.
この作戦の要はお前ら
As for
404だ。
I-44, you will be the key
敵
to
が
the
高台からの
fight.
銃撃に気を取られてる隙に
As
西側か
long
ら
as he
背
can
後を
seize the
攻めれば
opportunity to flank our
手を一気に
pursuers
壊
from the
滅でき
west,
る。
while they're drawn to the hills and catch them in a picture attack. It may just be possible for us to wipe them out.
言っておくけど、そのルートからだと高台にい
I
る
must
味方
remind
に
you
配慮はでき
that
ないの
if
ね。
we move according to your plan, we cannot guarantee the safety of both Macaque units and soldiers on the hills.
あの5人は俺が最も信頼する戦友だ。
The 5 men up there are led by my most
お前なんてよっぽど使える。
trusted comrade. He's much smarter than you.
お前らの行動開始とともに陽動部隊が機械
Once
兵
the
器の
four of
自
you
動
are
迎
at the
撃モー
move,
ドを
they
起
will
動する。
activate the droids auto
その
attack mode. Then
高
circle
台の
around
裏
to
か
the
ら降
other
りて
side of the hills
本
and
体と
regroup
合
with the
流
main
する
force.
寸法だ。
理想ではね。成功
That's
率
just
は
the
4
best
割
case
もないわ。
scenario.
本体と合流する前に包囲される可能性の方が
It's
高い。
highly likely they'll be eliminated before regrouping with the main force.
それに敵兵力の概算は
Moreover,
前
we're
回の
basing our
戦いに基づいた
estimation
も
of
の
the
よ。
enemy force.
もし前回の 130% 以上、つ
If
ま
the
り
enemy force exceeds
敵の数が
130%
20人
of
と
our estimation,
25機多かった場合、
that is,
本作
if
戦
there
の
are
成
20 or
功
more
率は
soldiers and 25
25% を下
tons
回る。
we did not account for it, the success rate with some duration will drop below 25%. Don't read to calculate that pretty fast.
軍人を何だと思ってやがる。成功が保証できなきゃ動けない
Think
腰
we
抜け
will
か。
fight? There's a 100% chance of success. I mean, that's true. You never know. I mean, you could calculate chances, right? But in the end, when it comes to battle, it's all up in the air. Things change very, very quickly. It's always good to have, like, chances. Preparation, of course. But history has proven that, at times, many, many overwhelming forces have been defeated by smaller forces. in many, many ways.
あらゆるチャンスを掴んで勝利を現実のものにする。それだけだ。
Our job is to seize the opportunity and turn victory into reality.
こんな状況で勝算がある
Under
だけ
these
マシなんだ
circumstances,
よ。
we'd be lucky if we
わ
stand
か
even
ったよ。
half a chance.
覚悟ができてるならそれでいいわ。
Just making sure you're managing your expectations.
本体はどうするの？
What about the main force?
軽装備だけ持って脱出だ。
They'll
戦
be
力を保
retreating
全す
with
る。
only lightweight gear to conserve the strength.
目的地は
And where they headed?
候補は2つ。1つは最寄
There are
り
two
の集落だ。
destinations. First
住
is
民
the
がいる
closest
か
settlement,
物資を補
though
給
we
でき
can't
るかはわから
ascertain
ない。
whether it's still occupied or if there's enough supplies to keep us going.
もう1つは同じ
The
方
other
向
is
に
the
あ
base
る基地
station
局
in
だ。
the same general
見つ
direction.
け出して直せれば
If you can find an
通
repair
信
to
が
be
回
able
復
to
して
store
援
external
軍との連絡
communications
が
and
取れる。
contact our reinforcements.
基地局までの距離は
Aphelion is the base station,
集落と同じだな。徒歩で6時間だ。
about the same distance as settlement, roughly 6 hours on foot. Damn, that's a long day.
軍用車はどうしたの？
You have a jeep. Yeah, but he kicks up dust and stuff. He can wave position. It's
軍
noisy.
用車だと
She,
こっか
from
ら
now
先は
on, you
徒歩
don't.
のみだ
I think. See, this is my experiences coming to play here. She's looking for efficiency, the fastest way to do things. But he's thinking of like, being cautious.
お前らの車両を除けば調査隊に残された
Not
のは
counting a small team
大
to
型が
serve
1体
course
と
currently
小型の軍
so
用
that's
トラ
one
ックだ
jeep
けだ
and one small military truck. That's it? Holy shit. They have nothing. Oh my gosh.
この作戦を成功させるには1体を敵が現れる可能性が最も高い北東において注意を引きつける必要があるその周りに騒がしい小型偵察機を数台配置しておく
Scout drones buzzing around in the other direction.
大した戦闘力はねえが音
You've
だけ
seen
は
those
で
things
かいか
before.
ら
They're pretty much useless
敵
in
を
a
引き
fight.
つけるにも
The noisy as
味
hell.
方に
Perfect
注意
for
を促すにも
both
もっ
like
てこい
dirty enemy attention and tipping stuff. Exactly. The noise. It's the noise.
まそうなると車と偵察機の回収は無理だろ
Only
う
thing is, there's no hope of recovering the vehicle or the drones.
もう一台はどうするの
And the other
平
vehicle?
等部隊の脱出用だ
That'd be given to them enough on the hills as the gateway to catch up to the main force. Yeah, might as well, because once things kick off, doesn't matter what the noise is. The whole plan is either to defeat them at best. The ideal result is to defeat them entirely. Second best result is to slow them down.
賢明な判断だとは思えないわね
And
本体
that's
と
very
合流する
sensible.
のが困難なこと
You
は
just
あ
admitted
んた
that
も
the
承知のはず
chances
よ
of successfully regrouping
なぜ
with
資
main
源を
force
無駄に
outgrace
するの
them. Why waste limited resources longer? Because it's a
ガ
human
ラク
life.
タに何がわかる
It's a human life. It's a soldier. You need everybody you can. What does Dick like you know?
困難と知りながら前へ進むのが
Forging
英雄だ
ahead despite the
英
difficulties
雄の
makes my
退路を
comrades
断とうとする
heroes.
奴は人間の
But
クズ
cutting
だ
off their only chance to escape because of difficulties would make me a bastard. Yeah, see, what she doesn't understand is that the soldiers under Dimitri, if they see him pull off this plan and say, you know what, you're out there, best of luck, good luck, you know? That's like saying, okay, he's willing to sacrifice people for his plans, you know? Even though that it is as solid as it could be, the fact is he won't just steal them away without giving them a chance. And that would be very bad for morale, because if you're done real fast, it could be people who would try to, you know, overthrow him, you know, because they're there, no can stop that. So he needs the morale to be up, he needs people to have faith in him, and he's going to show you, even though it could cost him resources, he has to do it.
あいつらは陽動部隊だ特攻部隊じゃない
I'm sending them to stage of fate, not to be cannon fodder. Exactly. Exactly.
作戦の成功が最優先よ
I simply wish to maximize the operation's chances of success. Huh? It's not about... This is what you need to learn, that there's more to it than just maximizing success. But this is the way that 416 always was. Even in the first game, he's all about the numbers, all about the efficiency, you know, all about probabilities, you know. She's formed to, you know, make sacrifice to achieve, you know, success. That's how she's always been. And that's why she gets a lot of pushback sometimes from other dolls, because she just doesn't get it sometimes. Dimitri takes a deep breath.
俺が
I am the commanding
指揮を
officer
取る
here, and your job is to
お
lead
前
your
ら
height for
黙
40
って
king
指示に
of
従
Is that clear?
えいいな
Don't you worry about human
機械ごときに
matters
世話を
with
焼か
that
れて
tin
た
can
まる
brain
か
of yours. Polar bear going to ask, he's like, I'm done with you. Bow your hands, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Quick Knight decides not to argue with the stubborn
作
Dimitri.
戦内容は把握した
Now
各
that
自
I'm
行
aware
動
of
を
the
始
general
めるわ
plan, let's split up and move separately. I'll be off then.
30分後
Doing great.
集落
Great.
の南西で集
Start
合
early
だ
today. Yeah, happy Thursday. Assemble in the southwest in the settlement in half an hour. There they go. and the other 4 members of the operation plan. As I confirmed the basic terrain around the settlement, each one's to record hiding within an abandoned building to the southwestern part of the settlement. However,
この時間普段ならもう
look
寝
at
て
the
るは
time.
ずな
I
の
would
に
be in bed by now. You're always in bed.
ディミトリーが言うようにうま
We'll
くい
both
く
keep
のか
Lashy
な
take the bait, like Dimitri says.
どうだろう。敵戦力が変わらないこと
The
が前
working
提になって
assumption
る
is
け
that
ど
we will be fighting an enemy force
そう
of
じ
the
ゃなか
same
ったら大
size
変
as
か
we've
もね。
been mechanic before. If they zapped up their firepower, we're finished.
ああなるほど
That's
お
true.
姉ちゃんあいつら大丈夫かな
Can the guys actually be trusted?
人間たちに期待するより私たちで何ができるかを考えた方が賢明よ。
We should focus on figuring out our own contingency.
それにここで敵との距離を引き離すことは大
It is
事よ。
certainly unnecessary to mount a counterattack here to give us a head start against our pursuers.
わかった美容家頑張る
アンドレス、
She'll do her
作戦
best.
中は車から離れないで。
And Doris,
Lucy
while
の安
operation
全が
is
最優
underway,
先よ。
don't stray too far from the
撤退
vehicle.
が早まったら連
We
絡
must
する
keep
か
our
ら。
supply secure. If we need to retreat ahead of schedule, I'll also cause you to pick us up.
はい来るかい隊長。
That's not smart. She's not. Given the situation, she's not seasoned enough yet to be giving you, like, complete frontline capabilities, so. We must have an escape plan. The 4 dolls snaps into silence as they remain at the location. Soon after that, an east-splitting alarm goes off in the northeast, followed by a vicious burst of gunfire. At the same time, the vehicle deployed beforehand explodes. Dang. Dimitri's voice can be heard through the regional comms chopper. Attention all units, enemy forces approaching. Stay low. When they enter within attack range, our men in the hills will launch an ambush and trigger the explosions to rigged. To weaken their firepower. Red 4 will catch them and pinch you move from behind. You receive, follow my command.
了解。
Alright, here we go. With the first gunshot fired from the hill, the battle has officially begun. Need air Kukai, the enemies indeed are environment on the hills. Damn, the communications sucks. According to the intelligence we're currently possessed, the enemy force comprises about 15 men, 2 heavy automatons and 5 anti-air automatons. The exact quantity of land automatons is unknown, but my preliminary estimation is about 10.
美容家、ミスティ。敵が南東に50メートル前進したら仕掛けるわ。
Further southeast by another 50 meters.
敵を後ろから包囲したら
When
美容家
taking
は
it
空
behind,
中ユニットを優先
you'll
的
pull
に処理。
focus onto the unit on
相手の
anti-air
偵察範囲を
automatons
縮
reduce
め
the
て。
field of view.
ミスティは私と重装およ
Sina will
び地
take
上
care
ユ
of the
ニッ
heavy
トを
land automatons.
南西にいる本体に気づかれないよう
Make
注
sure
意
to
し
keep
な
the
さい。
enemy force and spotting our main force in the southwest. Alright, let's do it.
アンドリスはここで待機。
Doors stand by the area.
付
If
近
enemy
に設
units
置した
come this
爆
way,
薬とスモークを起
detonate
爆して
explosives and dust smoke
本
areas
体
to
の場
keep
所が
the
バレ
main
ないよ
force
う
in.
引きつけるのね。
Good plan. Alright. Alright. Even though the enemy force is thrown into disarray at first, they seem to regain their footing and launch an attack on the hills using cover and anti-air units. Kuka keeps engaging distance between them and the enemy force.
4万
Finally, she gives the order.
行動開始。
High 4th floor, or up. As the dolls enter the fray, the enemy attack comes unnoticed through the hamstrung. Meanwhile, Dimitri starts directing the main force and retreating towards the target settlement. All Unyate aides have been eliminated. Wow, she did that fast. Good job. Oh, she's actually smiling? This is the first time she's been smiling in, like, forever. Maybe the first time she's been smiling this whole scenario, this whole story. Jeez. Very good. Oh, if your dad's shooting down the little birds, get over here and give me a hand. This big guy's really bad news.
美容家、ミスティのサポート。重
Yoko,
装ユニットを
back
近
up the
づけさせない
CVB
と
and stop the heavy automaton
他は
getting
私が
closer.
やるわ。
Leave the rest to me. some other similar explosives, successfully peaking the enemy's attempt to regroup. Yeah, precision on those explosives. Good job. Hide 4-4 to the main force. We successfully suppressed the pursuing arms of the force. Received. Ivan, how many men have you got left? 3, but one is badly injured and immobile. Damn. 3? Had the best noticed anything off? Doesn't look like it. Only 5 cars still focused on outside the hill. Thanks to 4-4's interference, they haven't been able to make much headway. In fact, they had to send a group to go after 4-4 just 10 minutes ago. So that's all you said there were 5 men on the hill, right? So now he only has 3. One is pretty much out of commission. Steve only has 2. They prioritize taking out their drones because of the train and all the dust and smoke. Those bastards can barely see. They shouldn't have noticed that I'd made forces already gone. Seriously, hats off to you, Demon. You with your crazy tricks. Save the ass kissing for later. You've accomplished your objective, now get out of there. Go around the hills.
4-4あと15分持ちこたえろ。
Keep Danny busy for about 15 more minutes.
全機械兵器を
Once
爆破
Ivan's
して
group withdraws from the area, detonate all mechanical units and
その
remain
後できるだけ敵を撃破しながら撤退しろ。
seal off the route of pursuit. Take out as many of the effective units as we can while you
本体
withdraw.
と合流できるよう急げ。通信を怠る
Pick
な。
up the pace and make sure you don't catch with the main force. The regional comms clear. Ooh, that's a delay, you see that? Damn, the communications are being jacked. We finally done? That was amazing. The plan worked expectedly well. Where's Blue Sphere, though? Oh man. Where are these didn't go well in this game? That's when things usually go to hell. Everyone in the regional comms channel breathes a sigh of relief and starts to relax a little. It's not over till it's over. Still stay close to the jeep and door sign looks look to the sound of an alarm. To the sign. Heat extinguishers detected to the west. Possibly enemy reinforcements. They may have received the enemy forces distress call and are moving ahead at full speed. There's a high chance that they will encounter our main force.
なんだと
Take whatever cover you can find right now.
間に合われ
The weight of death kept up with the enemy reinforcements march is already within Demetrius' view. Judging by the heat signatures, there's approximately 10 anti-air automatons, 5 heavy automatons. I can not provide an estimate on the quantity of armed personnel. Ooh. That's bigger than this assaulting force. Even though everyone is prepared for the worst, the moment enemy reinforcements actually show up, the despair is still palpable through the comms channel. Attention all units. Cut out your lights and get down on the ground.
指示するまでは絶対に動く
Unless ordered otherwise, do not move, attack, or make any sound.
来たぞ敵は目視距
Also,
離ま
the
で接
enemy
近
forces enter visual range. It's
404
double
が
the
予
size
想
of
した
this
倍
week
以
by
上だ
4. What are they gonna do? There's no way. The comms channel lapses into silence. As seconds tick by, the enemy's anti-air units are fast approaching the Survey Corps, and will soon spot the barely hidden soldiers. No tricks or tactics will save them from the enemy's superior firepower. All the soldiers press themselves to the ground, bated breath, doing everything they can to reduce their viral signs.
そのルートだとジミーのいる本
If they
体と
continue on the crate route, they'll come face to face with you, like, yeah?
ここに貸して
And they can use SWAT to get to them to change course. Oh no! Ivan and the last guys! Oh, this gun's just a cheap try to blow them away. Damn. Hearing Ivan's voice through the communicator, Demetrius is compelled to respond, even though he just gave the word to forbid anyone from making a
手
sound.
に動くな何するつもりだ
Don't not act without permission. What are you thinking?
助けを呼ぶ
Rescue. He's gonna sacrifice. We can sacrifice. Looks like our mission isn't over yet.
何をふざけてやがる。援軍なんざどこでもたついてる
Are
か
you
もしれ
kidding
ん。
me? Our mission is still chilling God knows where. What? Dimichi stabs abruptly mid-sentence and realizes what his comrade is getting at. You don't know what the enemy's so hell-bent on being sapped, but they maybe won't let us fight a battlefield and rendezvous with our reinforcements. If you show any sign of doing that, they will definitely try to stop us with all their might.
余計なことは考えるな。
What you yammering? Our mission right now is to the main force. Well, no. Ivan's gonna be a hero. Let me finish. In just a while, I will create an illusion that we would establish contact with our main reinforcements. Are attempting to rendezvous with them. Dimi, you and the others must seize the opportunity and run for it. I won't be able to distract them for long. Stay clued into the trick, they'll double back and hunt you down.
俺の命令が聞けねえってのか。
Are you disobeying a direct fighting order from me? Oh man, yes, he's doing what it needs to be done. Our mission is to stage a feint and assist the main force in making safety.
言葉遊びはいい。今すぐ撤退し
This
ろ。
isn't
聞こえた
time
か。
to be smart as retreat. Do you hear me? Dude, this is gonna hurt him so much. But I think a part of him knows that this has to be done, but he cares about his men. Yeah, this is one of his trusted men. Valerian was the other one, and that dude's like, fuck. He's already done. He didn't survive the attack on the booster station. Well, he did survive, but, well, he bled out. Ivan says nothing in response to Dimitri's fury. The wincing and finally yells on resound in the comms channel. Himi, don't forget to fight us afterwards and bring us back to Moscow. Aww. Oh man, that's... Ooh. That hits hard. Don't forget to find us afterwards. He's saying to make sure you bring us home. That's powerful. That is where all issues began. And that is where we must return, even in death. Shit. Amid the silence, Simon's voice sounds ghostly, almost unreal.
今やめろ。やめるんだ。
You stand for it. Right fucking down right now. Ivan makes no answer. The mechanical units of the hills is southwest and zone, so I stop firing. Start following ET, that is speeding in the completely opposite direction. A signal flare with bright trailing tail soars into the night sky with no second thoughts. The amber flare flashes several times in the sky at an uncertain frequency, then falls into the vast desert. A sudden development has drawn the attention of both enemy forces fighting within the settlement and their reinforcements currently en route to the settlement. The Surik was exposing their own route, making them doubt the authenticity of our intelligence. Dang.
隊長、この信号は
Magni.
軍と合流する気か。
Does it seem
し
to
かし
me
情
they're
報で
linking
は
up with the
援軍の到
reinforcements?
着までまだ時間があったはず。
They're going to end until the Surik was reinforcements should be arriving soon.
上から
It
の
appeared
情
that
報は
the
いつ
intel
も
we've
こうだ。
previously received was entirely accurate. Damn these bastards.
派手に動いたからな。ローレンが
With
気
the
づいて
stew we've been
援
causing,
軍を
the
複
folks
数
in the
派遣した可
purification
能性
project
も
may
あ
have
る。
sent more than one group of reinforcements.
ではどうすれば。撤退しますか。
Would you?
上には
Should
気づかれる
withdraw?
なと言われてますし。
Our souls not to expose ourselves.
バカ。増援が来た時点でこっ
The
ちの
fact
存
that
在
new
はバレ
reinforcements
て
are showing up means that we've
目
already
標も回収できていない。
They don't even manage to
撤退
secure
して
the
増
mission
援の
objective.
到着を待つ
So why would we withdraw now? To give the reinforcements enough time to get into position,
集落で待機しているご飯を呼べ。
contact Team 5
速
in
や
the
かに
settlement.
人形どもを撃破し、援軍との
Tell them
合
to
流を
hurry up
阻
and
止し
take
ろ。
out those dolls, then go after the Surik and the interceptor.
7班を援護しろ。方向転換だ。
Support Team 7, change course immediately, chase them down. Having received instructions, entire units pivot swiftly. Ignore the Upa soldiers laying on their stomachs. Under the cover of the night sky, just short distance away. Instead, head in Ivan's direction to the pursuit. Oh man, Ivan's a real one. Oh, the singing. The familiar melody sound accompanied by the sound of artillery fire can be heard through the Zurich West Regional Comms channel. It's a chorus of only 3 voices, but it sounds more sonorously than ever. Derails their comrades. Floor 4, pin down the Armenians within some and wipe them out as quickly as you can. Do not let them catch up to Ivan. Then Dimitri clenches his fist, his voice grows hoarse and all. Then withdraw and look up with the main force. Then...
了解
Dang. Lukai briefly assesses the number of remaining armed units within Summit and their distance from the main force. God, such a cool picture. Damn, they're all torn up too. Even Endoris, who is in the back lines, is all torn up. Jeez. Dude, this guy looks gigantic on Bioka. How tall is she? It looks so gigantic on her.
アンドリス、ミシティ、ビオカ軽装備とアンドリスの外付け装備だけ持って撤退しなさい
Take only your lightest gear along with Endorse's big gun and withdraw immediately.
まさか
Hang on, are you planning to fight them all by
あの
yourself?
人数と一人で戦う気なの
If anyone's the most capable of combat ability, it'd be her for sustainment. Then, Mystia's second. I'm not sure about these two. Endorse is pretty good. She is very, very fast. She can run, like, super fast, so... Bioka might be, like, third strongest, and then Endorse last.
無茶だよ重装ユニットも一機残ってるん
No
だ
way,
よ
that's too dangerous.
少なくとも二
We
人
still
がか
have
り
the
じゃない
heavy automaton left. It'll take at least 2 of us to take it down.
私が残ってお姉ちゃんをサポートする
Why do I
ミシティ
stay
とアンド
and
リス
give
に
you
先
a
に
head?
行って
Misty can help Endorse.
命令を聞きなさい同じことを
Obey your
何度も
orders.
言わせ
Don't
ない
make me repeat myself. Hey. Interesting. Is this 416's away? I've shown respect. Respect to the soldiers. I wonder.
敵はすぐ近くにいるこんな時に
The
車
enemy
で
is
動けば
incredibly close by.
確
If you
実に
drop
見
by
つかる
car,
し
they will definitely be
本体の居
alerted.
場所までバレて
To
しまう
reveal the general direction
徒歩
of
で
her main
撤退する
force.
しかない
You can only withdraw on foot. Ah. So she picked up that information from Dimitri during the brief. She's learning.
アンドリスの外付け装備は重いか
God,
ら
the music
2
is
人
so
で
good.
運んで
So
1
you're all
人で護
music.
衛するのそのせいで移動
And
速度
Dorse's
も
big
落ち
gun
る
is pretty heavy now, so we care about the two of you. Well, one more to be in Descourt and Card. There's no getting around it. Not to mention that all that weight has come to slow you down significantly. So you've got to set off right now.
外付け装備を置いていったら
What if we leave the big gun? We can shot together.
任務はまだ終わってない
The
あんた
battle
の
isn't
外
over
付
yet.
け装備
We
は
need to
必
keep
要
it with us. We can't let that phone's enemy hands either. They can use it against you guys.
今すぐ
Knock out. Hurry. Seemed that quickly has already made up her mind. The other 3 dolls no better than tell you. They nod at each other and begin the withdrawal. Wow. God, this music is so freaking good.
エリート人形の実力をとっ
Now
と
I'll
見
show
せ
you
てあ
the
げる
bites
わ
of an elite doll. Ooh, this is... Oh, that's such a badass picture. Oh my god, that's... Okay, we gotta save. The power of an elite doll. She wants that title. I mean, she is an elite doll. But... she does still have the title. God, that's such a badass picture. Got the automatons approaching through the flames and the smoke, and the defiant stand. I love that. Having detected high 4-4's hideout, the enemy units start gathering towards the area. After confirming that 3 teammates have successfully departed, Kukai double-checks their physical condition and gear, then steps calmly into the night filled with smoke and flames. I will make it back. I will not fall. Okay, pulls the red nuts away from Jade as to just under neural cloud for now. Pulls the trigger resolutely. The battle begins anew. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. On Dimitri's end. That was chilling. Wow. The enemy's reinforcements have gone after Ivan. At Dimitri's command, the soldiers cautiously scan the surroundings. Then their surrounding area. No enemy units detected in the area. Sir, should we send a team over to Ivan? Dimitri knows full well what the soldiers hinting at. He gazes silently at the horizon where the skies glow, lets the flames bow. Little by little, the flank sparks devour the wrath and despair in his eyes. There's no more saying through the comms channel. It got cut off abruptly, along with the sound of artillery and the howling winds. This is too late.
Hi, honey.
They got hit. Artillery got them.
Yeah.
No need. They're gone. Hey, Yoni, how are you? Hey. Dimitri closes his eyes. His quiet features betray the vicissitudes of life. But what if they're simply out of Killam's range?
二度も言わせるな。
Don't make me waste my breath.
ソイン、音を立てずに支度しろ。
Continue to lie low and take stock of your gear. Move at my command.
でも
Oh, dependable secret. Oh, wait, Lauren's still here. I thought he went to the comm station. Obey your orders. Wait, what? I thought he went to the comm station. I guess he dies over in the settlement. Someone died at the settlement. I forgot who was. He had a name. The young soldier still wants to say something, but Lauren smacks him upside the head.
総長はここにいる誰よりもイヴァンを
He
助
wants
けたい
to
んだ
save Ivan and others more than anyone.
真っ先に飛び出してるだろう
If
さ
he were on his own, I'm pretty sure he would have rushed over there with nothing but his gun by now.
だが俺たちの命を
But
預
he's
か
our
っている以上
commander.
イヴァン
He
た
was
ちの犠牲
responsible
を
for
無駄に
keeping
する
us
わけにはい
alive.
かない
None of that sacrifice would not be in vain.
すいません伍長俺
I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't thinking. You understand how this guy's feeling, though. Dimitri weighs it off, then opens up the map and checks it. It's a painful step again. In a brief moment, he stabs himself hard in the face.
そうか。そういうことか。
Suka.
ちくしょう。なぜもっと早く気づかない。
I get it now. I should have figured out this out sooner. He picked up his communicator and tunes into the visual comms.
ソイン、目的地を。
Sentinel units
沖底
change your target
1.5キロの
destination.
ヤホドナ山に変更。
Our new target destination is the
直ちに出
mountain
発す
near
るぞ。
Honda, about 1.5 kilometers to the northwest. We set off this instant. Oh, a hidden base?
404、状況報告しろ。
404 sit rep.
こちら3名の素体損傷率は
All three of us have suffered about 35% damage to our frames. Currently heading towards the main force with our equipment. We should be able to link up with you in, let's see, 20 minutes?
10分くらいただフルカイオ
The big Cisco car stayed behind at the summit to clean up their many armed units on her own.
どいつもこいつも英雄気取りか。
It's stupid if he rocks. I mean, if he knows that she stayed behind, that should have earned him, made him respect you a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Come on. Dimitri understands the reason behind 404's course of action, but he still can't help but let out a curse. Maybe he'll like 404. Gauntlet him a little bit. A little bit. The fact that Yuashi is a little upset that 416 stayed behind, he's reacting to it, emotionally.
なんだね
You. Just as Bioka was about to talk back, Kruket's impassive voice speaks through the comms channel. Whether one strokes is stupid or not depends on how capable they are. She cut it. She did. This is Kuka at 4-4. All remaining armed units within the settlements have been eliminated. Our breakthrough more ammo than expected and taken some damage from our frame. Estimate trial speed has dropped by 22%. What about her motorcycle? Wait, did they? I thought I still had it. Yeah, Mr. Michi may have been a bit rude, but I agree that it's best to avoid such risky stuff. Cut yourself. Lucky. I don't give two shits about the reduced trial speed. Catch up to the main force. We're headed for the mountain into Hodenda. He's relieved. He's a stubborn bastard, but he's relieved. I think he's glad that she survived. Especially after the lose guy of him. At long last, under Dimitri's leadership, the surviving soldiers of the Syrian Corps and the dolls of Pirate 4-4 bound to in a cave under the cover of the night. But no further directives for the commander. The soldiers, who had just had a close brush with death, all slumped to the ground with their backs against the rocky walls. The fierce battle they just had experienced is still fresh in their minds. The weight turns on Inlet's words to nobody says a word. The dolls of High 4-4 are also staying quietly in the cave, keeping some distance from the Syrian Corps as they each inspect their own physical condition.
隊長、私たちの平均素体損傷率
The average damage rate among the four of us is around 35%. That's a lot. That's a lot.
さっきの戦いで車
They
両
lost their
と
vehicle
中
in
の
the
修
previous
理用
battle.
部品は全
All
て
temporary
紛失
repair parts were on board. Oh, shit. We can repair?
たかが 35% でし
No
ょ
extra power?
大したことないわ
It's only 35%, no big deal. Maybe to you. Maybe to you. Damn, she handled, she soloed the song, that's
アンドリ
crazy.
スが言ったのは平均値。お姉ちゃんの損傷
That's
率
just
が一番
average.
高いんだ
Out
よ
of the four of us, you've taken the most damage, no? Well, that's the average.
私は平気よ
I'm okay.
本当に左
Really?
目
Your
と
left
か
eye looks
結
well.
構やばそうだ
Looks
けど
horrific. I kind of wish they had like had some art to show within like after the battle, just to see like holy shit, and to give you a visual idea of how hard she fought. Like if her eye was all jacked up, clothes all torn on, dirty, and messy pieces or metal exposed, like the metal frame exposed. That'd be really cool.
銃弾がかすっただけ見た目ほど影響はないわ
Just the shrapnel cut looks worse than it actually is. Oh, she's actually trying to be reassuring. She didn't tell her just shut up.
でも
If she's being reassuring, that means she is in a bad way. Yeah, she's in a bad way. Kuko shakes her head softly indoors, telling her to drop the subject. But she receives no visual feedback of Endora's concerned expression through her left eye module. Her left eye is utterly ruined.
アンドリス現在地の詳しい情報はつかめる
Endoras, you know what information about our current location?
なんとか
Just a little.
静
Based on
的
the
マッ
map
プとさっ
and
き
the
の集
rough
落の位置
location
情
of
報を
previous
照ら
settlements.
し合わせた
We
結
are
果だけ
probably
ど
inside a salt mine in
今
Jahonda.
ヤホドナ山の岩塩湖にいるみたいね
Jahonda?
この岩塩湖放棄さ
This
れた
mine
結
has
構
been abandoned
経
for
つよ
years and it's currently vacant.
中は無人
No,
にな
it's
って
not.
る
No, it's not. If it's marked on that map, that means there's something else
な
here.
るほど
Hmm.
ビオカミシティあんたたちは体力の
You
温存
come
を
to
優
you
先
choose to
低
switch
電
to
力
low
モー
power
ドで
on
待機
standby. Conserve as much energy as you can.
アンドリスは暗視機能で周囲を
And
警
Doris
戒
is sure your night vision is functional.
Radar
Keep
も
an
ド
eye
ロー
on
ンも
the
使え
exterior
な
of
い
the cave.
今はあん
Our
たが
radar
私
is
たち
not
の目
working
に
yet.
なる
We've
の
lost all our drones. You can only land your eyes.
任せて来るかい隊長
Oh, she's the sentry. No problem, she
了
says.
解お姉ちゃん Ugh.
She Helium's like, hell yeah, I finally get permission to actually sleep. Despite re-entries and exhaustion, Helium does not sound kind of moody like he usually would. Instead, he hugs the weapon close and gazes uneasily at the pitch dark sky outside the cave. Oh my gosh. So if T11 is not sleeping right off the bat, that means she's scared. She's scared and she's taking this very seriously. She hasn't been snarky either. After giving the 4 fire members their orders, Costanza walks over to Dimitri quietly. He's sitting in the corner deeper into the cave, having a whispered conversation with Laria.
デミ、ざっくりだけど点検し終えた。
I just did some counting. As a plus done to 20%.
半分
Less
かな。
than half of us are left. Wolf alone. That love was the one. Okay. Both Ivan and Love are. Yeah. Love was the one that went to the Bruce station.
俺のせいだ。
I let them down. Do you save the mystery man? I even saved the mystery man.
いや、あんな状況から生き延びたんだ。大したもんだよ。
Not at all. You defied all odds in keeping us alive under those circumstances.
それはそうとディミ、あのメモの解読が
That
できたのか。
aside, have you
い
figured
きな
out
り
the
こんな
message
とこ
on
ろ
the
に連れ
note?
てきて、どういうつもりだ。
Changed your mind all of a sudden and brought us here. Dimitri leans back tiredly against the cave wall, clutching his coat tightly in his hand.
ニコライを覚えてるか？
He still remembered Nikolai. The hand raised his been for a moment.
ニコライってあの軍人家庭出身のボンボンか。
The son of that local military officer.
よくは知らないな。タイも違うし。
Everyone had
お前と
had
仲が良
misdealings
かっ
with
たの
him.
は覚えてるよ。
We weren't in the same platoon after all. We were friends, right?
まあな。
Kind of.
上が公表した
He was
MIA リ
on
ス
the
トにあい
list
つ
of
の
MIA
名前
soldiers
が。
that got for the brass.
奴はあ
He
の
was
部隊
leader
を
of the
指揮してた。
Oh.
拾ったドッグタグは。
The dog tags you found was his. Damn.
結局はローレンの犬か。
So he's one of the dog tags that left the Euro R in Sasa. Oh, don't. Oh shit. You can make it
見ろ
bad.
何の意味もないだろ。どうせ長生きしない。ろくな死に方すらできない。
Keep him alive, did it? Oh, fuck. Larion, shut your mouth. You don't know anything about my life. You should be mouthing off like that. Leon mutters some expletives to his creative. Without contempt for Nikolai or general malcontent, Dimitri cannot
そ
tell.
んなことはどうでもいい。
Walkie's not upset. Okay, that's cool. That means he understands, because at one time, Dimitri felt the same way about people like that, you know, in general. Well, that's not the point.
重要なのは
The point is, I
あ
managed to
いつ
figure
と
out
イバンのおかげ
this
で
at all thanks to him and
メモの
Ivan.
謎が解けたってことだ。
With that, Dimitri pulls out a piece of paper that was found on the deceased's pocket. He smooths out its creases, then turns on a small flashlight and angles himself further away. The cave entrance to block the light with his own
こ
body.
いつは実際の地図データを元に変換された座標系だ。
This is a simple coin diagram based on an actual map.
ここ、ここ、
Here, here, and
それ
here.
とここ。
These numbers on the draw are
この
coins to
数字を
actual
全部
locations.
実際の座標を示してる。
それにしちゃ変だ。数字がでかすぎる。
That's not right. The
こ
numbers
の
are
エリア
too
の
big
場
to
所と
be
は
in
思
this
え
area.
ない。
ああ。二次変換
Because
してる
it's
からな。
double encryption. Ooh, double encryption.
その二次変換の方法がどうしてもわ
I
からな
just
かっ
couldn't
た。
figure out the cipher key.
ここを見てみろ。
Look at this
Origin.
origin. I
初め
initially
は
thought it
原
was
点を
ants
探
to
せと
point
いう
at
意
the
味だと
origin
思って
of
た
a convert coordinates.
だが違
But
った
that's not it. Dimitri pulls up a map on his communicator.
新ソ連の国土面積と
Do you
モスク
remember
ワの
the
座
new
標を覚えてる
Soviet's land area and the coordinates of Moscow?
メモの数字からその2つの値
Try
を引いてみろ。
subtracting them from these numbers on the drawing. By mean does some mental calculations, some references the longitude and latitude on the map.
合ってる。やるなディミー。頭の回るやつだ。
Dang, Timmy, you've got brains.
昔ニコライと戦場で似たようなのを見てるからな。
No, I just had some experience with this kind of thing when Cyril Nikolai in the past.
あいつは軍の暗号が気に入ら
That
ない
brat
のか
was allergic to modern
毎回
encryption
自分で
methods
作りた
and
がるん
insisted
だ
on something fancier.
例えば
You can use... Never mind.
いや
It's not like anyone else used again,
誰も
so
使
let's
いや
just
し
leave
ね
it at
え
that.
ど
Dimitri looks a little
しか
forlorn.
しどうやってこれに気づいたんだ
But how did you realize these two numbers were the cipher?
オリジンは原点じゃねえ新ソ連つまり
Origin actually refers
俺
to
たちの
Neo
原
Soviet
点
Union to
モスクワの
Moscow,
こと
the
だ
starting point of our dreams.
イヴァンのおかげで思い出した
Yeah.
新ソ連の大地がある限り僕は引き下がらな
Nikolai
い
once said that as long as the
Nikolai
Neo Soviets
の言葉だ
stood, he would not yield.
それでこの2つの値が
So
二
these
次
two
変
numbers
換の
became
鍵
the
になっ
ciphers
た
of his
わけ
double
だ
encryption method. And no one would
他の
ever
人
guess
間
their
には
significance.
確かに意味不明だろ
So Nikolai's
い
gone.
まだにこの数字を使ってたとはな
Nikolai, you had always
Nikolai は
considered these two numbers constraints,
新ソ連を
constants.
忘れも裏切り
Never
も
once
してなかった
forgot or betrayed the Neo Soviet Union.
ああいやそうい
Oh,
う意
you
味で言
feel
ったん
bad
じゃ
now. I didn't mean to. Spaying his old comrade in further awkwardness, Dimitri swipes the custom map and points at a location.
前回の作戦の位置と照らし合わせてマークした場所の
When I
一つ
learned
がこ
about
の
the
辺だ
location
と
of our previous operation, I noticed that one of the marked points was around here.
場所をマークした理由はわからね
I don't know why he marked out these places,
えあいつの
but
部下
each
は
of the
死ぬまで
subordinates
手放
kept
さ
a
なかっ
copy of this information on that person,
無意味な
on the
はず
persons
がない
even in death. So it had to mean something. I'm thinking it's a lab,
あいつが伝えたかったこと
some
を
kind of facility
俺
inside
た
these
ちの目で
caves.
確かめて世界に広めてやるんだ
You must come and have a look. And if you find anything, you've got to get word of what they're trying to tell us. Maybe that's why Blue Sphere, Cocoon, Blue Sphere, Nagni are fighting so hard to eradicate any survey core that comes out here. Because there's really important facilities out here, probably. And Nikolai probably figured out where they're all at. And sees locations.
さっき周囲を見てみたけど特に変わった点はなかったぞ
I just walked around for a bit. I didn't see anything special.
この洞窟は広い
The
何かある
cave
とし
seems
たら
pretty
奥だ
big. It's probably deeper than we think.
お前は兵たちと入り口に残って
Take a few of
身を隠し
others
つつ
and keep a
外
lookout
を
at the
警
cave
戒しろ
entrance. Make sure you stay hidden.
俺は護衛2人と404
I'll
を連れ
take
て
two men
奥
and
を
four
見てく
to explore deeper.
了解
After hesitating for a moment, Lauren opens the supply pack, passes her mini ammunition, and hands over more than half of it to Dimitri.
気をつけろよディミ一緒に来た
Be
仲間
careful,
は
Dimi.
もう残り少
There
ない
aren't many of us left. Ma. And they're in such dire straits. No resupply nor reinforcements. True, the reinforcements probably have no idea where they're at either, and they can't contact them. Dimitri does not accept the ammunition. He gives the round a pound soldier and helps him turn out a scholar, which is wrapped at the strap of his weapon. I think the reinforcements aren't gonna make it. I think Blue Sphere is gonna wipe them out before they even get a chance to even get into the area.
心配すんな俺がそう簡単にくたばる玉かよ
Don't you worry about me. You know what I'm made of.
それと総長だ
Also, I remind you one
何度も
last
言わせる
time.
な
Call me sir.
新兵どもに悪
Don't
影
set
響
up
を
an
与え
example
た
for
ら
the
どうする
rookies so they won't learn to show respect. Alright, pull him back. There we go. Lurian chuckles. There we go.
は総長
Yes, sir.
そうだお前に
Hey,
任務が
by the way, I have another
さっ
mission
き
for
若い
you.
のが2人泣いてるのを
I
見
just
た
saw two kids wiping their tears.
俺の
Go
代
cheer
わり
them
に
up.
慰めてこい
After sending the subordinate away, Dimitri drops all pretense and blandness and turns slowly towards Kukai, who has been standing not far away.
ガラクタ人形ってのは盗み聞きが趣味
Had
なんだ
enough? Is eavesdropping a popular pastime for you tin cans?
話が終わるのを待ってただけよ。
I was just waiting for you to finish your conversation.
たとえ機密情報だったとしても、場所を
If I
選
ever
ばない
heard
あんた
anything
が悪い。
confidential, it was your fault for not confessing in a more secure environment. Pulling him, now she's pulling him back.
もういい さっきの貢献に免じて不問にしてやる。
Whatever. Considering you did all right in the previous operation, I won't argue with you. Oh, there you go. You stand to respect her a little bit.
暗視機能は生きてるか？
Do all four of you still have functional night vision?
軽い損傷はあるけど、まだ
One
なんと
slightly
か。
compromised, but it still works. Just about.
なら用意しとけ。
And make some preparations.
5分後に出発する。
We're setting off
こ
in
の
5
奥に
minutes
隠
before
さ
the
れた
cave.
秘密が何なのか
The theory would kind of
確かめ
secret
に行くぞ。
is hidden in this blast of place.
了解。
Okay. Damn, what a story segment. Holy smokes, that was a good one. Damn, there's still so much more to go. Man, Ivan is the real one, that one. 416 did amazingly well too. And she survived. Well, she's like super damaged, but she survived. It's great. Well, that was good. Now we've been at her for a good number of times here, so we'll go ahead and take a little break, guys. Let's go ahead and pay a visit to somebody. You know what? Let's go visit Theo is playing Grey Zone. Theo is actually kind of new to the game. She only started playing like a week or two ago, maybe, something like that. So hopefully they get on board and love the game. We'll do that. So Raiders will be hide 4 and 4 to 8. We'll do this. And the very just is. So I know we didn't finish Aphelion Part 2, but we will get to it. Probably we'll finish it like maybe over the quest if we get some time. Tonight, that's around 6 p.m. PST. We'll be playing Helldivers with Kaya and Sneku. So I haven't played that game in a while, so it's gonna be I'll probably be pretty jake in that game. But it's gonna be fun. So we'll be doing that. So we'll be taking a break for a few hours. Thank you everyone so much for hanging out today. Appreciate it as always. Hopefully I'll see you again tonight. If not, then I hope you have a good rest of the day and a good end of the week. And hopefully we'll meet each other again, okay? Take care now, alright guys? Thank you so much. Care for you all. And we'll hope to see you guys soon. Take care now. Bye now. Bye-bye.